Check. Check out my melody. I commit the felonies. Yeah. And your chick giving head to me.
Dang. You snitching across the board. You about to get shot, stabbed, and all the above. Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is the No Name Podcast, where no name can describe this greatness. And I'm your boy, William Basham. And in the house, we got...
What up, y'all? It's A-Dot.
Comedian Nick Alexander here. What's up?
Yeah. And we about to get into this thing, y'all.
Yes.
How y'all been?
Good.
I've been good.
Good.
Yeah, chilling. Good weekend.
Yeah.
Good
Good week so far.
Weather's beautiful.
The weather's beautiful, man.
Weather is starting to get nicer.
Just another day out in sunny L.A. Like,
Right?
That's what we come here for, man.
that's what we come here for real, and stay.
Oh, yeah.
Like, once you get a taste of the sunshine, ain't no going back.
Yeah, what you guys did so far this past week?
Just work.
Just work
Workout.
You're on the workout
Yeah.
regimen that lasts about 3 weeks
Stick
into
and
the
move
year.
so COVID doesn't get me. Yeah.
Right. She had to pull in the Matrix.
The Matrix. I was doing the Matrix.
I'm sure your Matrix moves are better than that movie. So check this.
Yeah.
Speaking of, this is
Matrix
off topic, but
Revolutions.
I tried to watch the Matrix movie on HBO Max. I tried to watch it the
you
day.
finally tuned
No,
in?
I tried to watch it the day that they were taking it off. So they let it play, but as soon as I hit stop, they wouldn't let me put it back on because the stream went away. So I'm like halfway into the movie, and then it just like, I guess I wasn't supposed to
You
watch
waited
it.
till the last day to watch Resurrection?
Well, I saw a notification that said, "Hey, last day to watch Matrix." I was like, "Oh, let
that's
me
funny.
watch it then real quick." Didn't happen.
So you didn't even watch it?
I got to like half.
Oh, and then it cut off.
And then I just
That's
couldn't
all
see the
your
rest of the
day's
movie,
done.
so now I
You're
gotta
done.
wait. I can't say I was impressed thoroughly up to that point.
Up to
So
that
I
point,
wasn't even
okay.
like, I was just like, yeah, she did it. Like,
It'll be back on in a couple
Yeah.
months.
right.
And you see all the flashbacks that we were talking about?
Yeah, for what?
Like,
Lazy.
Like,
that was,
for
what
what?
kind of fight
Sorry,
scene?
Matrix. Just,
Man.
they
Why?
shouldn't have did it.
but yeah, we got some good stuff coming up right now. We got the football season, NFL.
Yeah.
We got them playoff games
NFC,
coming up.
AFC championship
Yep.
games this weekend. So
Yeah.
Who y'all got?
winners going to the Super Bowl. Who's playing?
Okay.
playing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
49ers
So we got the-
versus
I'm like the
Rams.
girl.
49ers
who's
versus
playing?
49ers versus the
49ers
Rams, which is
Rams.
like a Cali like.
Yeah.
Cali
That's
War.
Bay Area and LA.
And it's here, so I was wondering, is that why traffic was so busy
It's
right
gonna
now?
honestly,
But
it's gonna
I'm
be
just
insane
saying,
if the Rams go to the Super Bowl. They're gonna play in
It's
their
gonna
own
be
stadium for the
ridiculous.
Super Bowl.
Oh, that's big.
We're
money.
gonna have like 80% fans. Like,
Yes.
That's big money.
It's gonna be crazy.
that's crazy. Yeah, the streets is about to be on. They better not lose. That's all I gotta
Yeah.
say.
Now, I would like the 49ers to win, but I have a funny
good
feeling the
please.
Rams are gonna win. So,
The 49ers are
but I'm
solid.
gonna go for the 49ers.
As a Seahawks fan,
I have
can't
friends who are
say.
49ers fans, so I'll go with that. I know more
Yeah.
people who are for the 49ers than the Rams, so I'm
As a
gonna go.
Seahawks fan, you know, a little divisional rivalry. I don't know if I can say the same.
The enemy of your enemy is
You
your
go,
friend.
you
Yeah,
go,
I
Rams.
guess so.
All right.
I'm gonna go with Rams on it, but the 49ers do look solid though. And then who else we got? We got Cincinnati and the Chiefs, right?
The Chiefs, yeah.
Yeah. That's tough. It's hard to count the Chiefs out.
I gotta go with the black quarterback, Mahomes.
Patrick
So,
Mahomes, yeah. It's hard
Bet
to
on
count
black.
out the Chiefs.
bet
Yeah.
on black.
It'd be cool to see Cincinnati do something because I know their fans been needing this.
I only know
Yeah.
what's his name? Gary Owen is like the biggest Cincinnati Bengals fan, so
He's like
I
Oh,
the
know
Gary
only
Owens,
person
yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, I have a close
He
friend
goes
here
on.
who's from
Excited.
Cincinnati.
from the natty.
Yeah.
From the nasty natty.
He
And
been
he,
really
he been
excited.
going in like, yo, yeah. I'm like, felt bad for the
It was
Bills.
good. I mean, they haven't had this level of success in a long time.
In a
so
while.
This is a big
No.
deal. Ever.
Ever.
So this is
Cincinnati's
they never
without-
been to a Super Bowl?
They're not. Well, they.
I
I think
don't
they
I
have.
think they have.
They're not as bad as Cleveland, but Cleveland actually I think won one.
Well, Cleveland in the 60s with Jim
Yeah.
Brown.
Yeah, just Jim Brown. He's that guy.
Because I know they
But
get
Cincinnati's
a new
been-
coach,
yeah.
new coaching staff.
What year? What number Super Bowl
I
is
think
this?
that's what they did.
I don't even know. Was it
I get
40,
lost in the
47,
Roman
40?
numerals.
I don't know. You got to look at it. It's like Roman numeral 1 VVFT.
I don't even know.
VVS Diamonds. No.
It's got to be like in the 50s now, right? Or we haven't had 50 yet?
51. Oh, yeah, we've had 50.
Yeah, so we're in the 50s.
It's got to
We're
be
in the
coming up.
50s.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna look, yeah.
And next year it's going to be in Arizona.
So we got Patrick.
Oh,
Mahomes.
I can't wait.
So let's get some.
I know.
So just off pick. So who's gonna win? Who's gonna win the 2 playoff games? Just pick, and then who do you think is gonna win the Super Bowl of those winners?
So I would go Cincinnati. No, Kansas City versus 49ers.
I'm going to go 49ers.
49ers versus Chiefs is what you're going with?
I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
I feel like that's the most
For my
realistic thing to
49er
say.
family.
I guess I'm gonna go 49ers because they haven't won in forever. Right?
Yeah,
It's been a long time since they won one, right? Since Jerry
And they have
Rice
a hot
days in
quarterback.
Montana.
They do. He
Has
said,
it-
and they have a hot
And they have
quarterback.
a hot quarterback, ladies.
Hilarious.
Okay, so
Because Colin, he
Garoppolo-
lost when they
I'm gonna
went
go
to
against the
Super Bowl,
grain.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I
they
think
haven't
so.
won since the 80s. So yeah, or 90s. I'll go with.
I'm gonna go against
The
the grain
90s.
and say LA versus the
Talk
Chiefs with the Chiefs taking it.
You got the Chiefs. Are we doing bets? Are we doing?
I ain't been I ain't betting y'all. Right.
He like
Are we
the
practicing
group?
our gambling this weekend?
Right, you gonna see next week. Where's Will at?
yeah.
Ducking us, baby.
I'm gonna have to go back on my little betting sites.
That punk owed me money.
Right, that punt owe me money.
Hey, yo, Nick, where you at?
Hey, Nick, you ain't been at the show in a couple of days. What's
Man,
happening?
you been
Like,
You ain't hit us back.
hit him with that Tupac. You ain't been at the show. Man, get off that
Where
shit.
you been?
who else are you excited to like watch play? Like, and like which game are you more invested in?
It's tough because neither one of those really are my team. But I guess the ride, just because I live in
From a fan
California.
standpoint,
Yeah,
casual fan.
as a
Cali.
California person, like the 49ers versus Rams, that's like Bay. That's like
That's
Southern
gonna be
versus
real.
Northern
When is that
California.
game? That's not Saturday or Sunday?
It's a Sunday.
Yeah.
You want to get up and watch it?
I'm with that. Well, actually, correction, I can't.
You can't. Okay.
I'm literally
Who's got obligations?
filming from 8 to 8.
Oh,
Hey,
you're.
what-
Oh, okay. Never
Can't,
mind.
can't be mad at that. Work is work, brother.
Yeah, which is dope. I have it in my phone. You know,
Let's see what time the gate time.
I might use that in the script.
Sunday.
What time is the game?
Oh, it's 3:30.
3:30.
Oh, it's gonna be packed too.
You're gonna be watching from the crib.
Actually, my friend's event. So I'll
That's
watch
the
it.
event
I'll
that
be,
you're
I'll
going
be
to.
like this.
Oh, you're going to the Bay,
I'll be like, yeah.
man.
Yeah.
When I
Well,
went
are
to
they playing
when I
here
went
to play in
to-
the SoFi?
They're playing
Okay.
here,
when I went to
yeah.
San Francisco in 2020 when we did our festival,
Man,
they had
so
the
great.
game. This is how crazy
Oh
Frisco
yeah,
was.
yeah, you're right.
I
They
know
had
it's
a
gonna be crazy.
they had a sports bar for 49ers fans, right? They were doing shots and having drinks the day before the game.
Yeah.
Like they were just
Oh, my God.
celebrating.
Bang bang,
and
not in the gang.
They were happy as shit, and it was the Saturday before.
They were giving out free drinks. We was in there getting free shots.
We got in free shots just because
Oh,
we
Just 'cause
pulled
we were
up.
there.
So our late friend Tariq, he had a Kaepernick jersey, and some chick spotted him in the street, and he was just acting like he was a 49ers fan. We just followed her to this bar.
She just took us to a bar.
She
She
took
was
us to
having
this
fun.
bar,
that's funny.
and we got lit just like, and this was the day of our show. So we had we was just
Yeah.
taking shots, but it was like 2-3 o'clock, so we had enough time to still sober up before
like
we
4
performed.
hours.
You guys were lit.
We had, oh
That
my
shit was
god, it was
fun.
like 3-4 shots, and then it was it was my
Dang.
birthday weekend, so it was like, oh yeah, it's his birthday. They're like, oh
That
yeah.
trip was
I
crazy.
feel like Dick
took advantage.
takes a lot of shots during his birthday weekend.
I do, I definitely do. I am
Makes
never
sense.
opposed to some
Makes
shots,
sense.
man.
That's good.
I love shots. Shots are just it's fun.
Shots of fun.
Shots.
I ain't really a shot person.
You're not a
but,
shot
no.
person. You like to just
I
drink
take
it.
When I do shots, literally it's like for a birthday. Like somebody else's, I'll do one for theirs, and I'll probably get multiple for
What's
mine.
the
Yeah,
most
you
amount
don't
of
really
shots?
drink, yeah.
What's the most
You
amount of
used
shots you've
to,
ever
though.
done?
I used
When
to
I
drink.
first
Yeah, I'm
met
not really
Will,
a drinker these days.
Will was at the bar
You know
with
what
us.
I'm saying?
like,
I'm trying
many
to do right in my
times, taking
relationship.
shots. Before his relationship.
I'm trying to do right in my relationship.
He was like, later, guys.
What's the most shots you've ever had in
Y'all
one
drink.
setting?
I probably should say this, but it was like 10. Wow. So they were
What liquor?
nickel.
What kind of
Okay,
liquor?
so they were nickel cent
Jesus.
shots, and they were tequila rose.
Okay.
But 5 were tequila and 5 were tequila rose. But it was nickel cent shot night. So then I was like, line them up. I was like,
That sound like
did
Alicia.
them.
So you only spent like $1?
I was like, basically no. If you think about it.
That's
And it was
crazy.
10 cent
Where was
beers.
this?
It's 10 cent beers. It was in Phoenix.
Oh, because they have
Yeah.
those cheap bars with those
Yeah.
great deals.
We did a lot
But
of
then-
shots in college.
I was
So
like,
how do they
wow.
make their money then? Do they just like people just tip a lot because they know the drinks are so cheap? Like
Yeah.
how does that? People just are really
That's
cool
kind
with
of
the tip?
what, yeah.
This is in Arizona.
Yeah, this
Okay,
was in
that's
Arizona.
why.
I'm like, yeah,
yeah.
this can't work in.
I was like,
like,
there's
They didn't
no
do it
way that
every
happened in
night,
Hollywood,
but it was
man.
like a Wednesday night or something, which
I'm
was
about to
worse.
say 10 shots in Hollywood would have ran you $1,000. Like,
Yeah, you
Something.
Depending
like
on the club.
dead.
Depending- right.
What's the most you did?
I think I've done maybe 8 in one setting. It was it wasn't a birthday. It was actually, but it was like a friend's life celebration. He had passed away, and his best friend, he did a theme of Hennessy, like theme, because that was his favorite drink. So it was all these kinds of different little Hennessy drinks that you can get. It was open bar, had a bunch of shots there, like maybe 5, 6. Then we went to this club to do karaoke on Station 1640 in Hollywood.
oh, yeah.
And then we had the tables. We was rolling with the crew, and then they put out money for the bottles. So then we had more shots there, and I probably had like 1 or 2 full drinks. So yeah.
Oh, you was
But this was
done.
all Hennessy, like
Oh,
and the Hennessy
Hennessy.
shots and the tequila shots. I'm trying to think. Do I act different? I feel like tequila, I'm more nice and friendly.
Yeah.
Hennessy, I think I'm way more emotional.
Hilarious.
You know
It's
what?
funny
I
how
Like
the color of
like
a
in
drink
the
could
crying,
change your
like the
opinion.
crying,
Yeah.
professing love and all that emotion.
He's
Like
like-
I get real emotional on Hennessy shots.
You think there's
Hennessy.
like, is
I
it like
wonder.
a conspiracy? Is it the color of the drink makes you like bring back certain memories? Like if you drink a darker drink, does it bring slavery in your life? Do you drink that?
Wait, where did
Does
that
it bring
come
slavery,
from?
oppression, systemic racism?
He all
Like,
ready to
when I
go
drink
off.
Hennessy, I get emotional.
I remember that time I got hosed. My ancestor got hosed. Like,
Like, where do you
a
sit there
spirit
taking
comes to me
shots
and shows
saying
me
that?
what happened to us.
Right.
So I never forget what's going on.
When I drink tequila,
All
it's like
of a
taking the
sudden-
blue pill in the Matrix.
Okay. Which one makes
Yeah,
you
I wonder.
hornier? Darker or clear liquor?
Nigga, if
Probably
I
clear.
want it
I'm a clear.
Yeah.
to get horny,
Yeah.
Will's
nigga,
like,
give me a drink.
Oh,
I don't
I
even
mean, some people. I mean,
like,
like
I don't
with
know.
the
in
fellas.
college,
they-
I was a dark drink. I drank a lot.
You were
Hennessy.
more
I
dark?
was a Hennessy
Okay.
guy. Yeah, Hennessy, rum and cokes. Yeah,
Yeah, I've never had that.
Rum-
Like when they talk about like
rum,
whiskey
oh my
dick,
God,
I've never had
rum's
whiskey dick. Like,
yeah. I actually like Jack Daniel's honey, like the sweet one. Like that's
Oh, that's
that's
good.
a cool shot. Like
good.
because it's not
Oh,
like
yeah.
strong.
you had too many jacks.
Wait,
Too
what?
whiskey dick.
Okay,
Break
how
this down,
many
Nick.
how many shots have you done, Nick?
I haven't done a lot of shots.
I don't drink at all.
Okay.
Not
I'm
even
not-
a sip. I drink some Jesus juice. That's as far as I go.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
So I was on a date with this girl. She cold blooded. She fine as a so she convinced me to drink. She pours so we take a shot of Jack and we drink a Jack and Coke.
Okay.
Okay,
So I
Jack
do
and
this
Coke.
twice.
Good drink. Good drink.
Okay.
So I'm taking a shot and then I drink the Jack and Coke. Take a shot, drink the Jack and Coke.
That's 4. Okay.
I'm not keeping
Wow.
drinking. She's about 5'0", so I'm thinking whatever's happening, I could take whatever she drinking.
Yeah.
She a
And then I
veteran.
stood up and the fucking room started moving. And this is like one of the most beautiful physically women I've ever.
Right.
Got to the crib, tried to get it cracking. It was a no-go.
Damn.
And she was just like, yeah, it's because you drank too much. And then she just broke the whole thing down
So
to
why'd you
me.
give me these drinks?
She sat
Dang.
there and talked to me about the shit. It was pretty embarrassing, but you know.
She gave you a lecture.
Listen,
No, like,
you have to pace yourself.
She comforted me though. She was
Right.
like, "It's okay." Like
She
you don't
comforted
drink.
me.
Like a good
It's not your
woman.
fault,
See, this is
you
the reason
know.
why this is happening to you.
Yeah, she's like, "It's whiskey." I had never heard of whiskey dick, and she explained to me
That's the thing.
what it was, and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool."
So
I'm glad we can share our feelings
wow.
as men about this.
no, I want to hear the
Damn.
discrepancy because you have whiskey dick, which is the flaccid that didn't come up, and then you have
Yeah.
the henny dick, which is supposed to be like you fucking like you're fresh out
I've
of jail.
definitely had henny dick.
Like fresh out of prison. Like
One time I was.
I need to know the
we
chemical
went
balance
to some
between
spot,
whiskey.
and this chick I had just met, and she was a drinker, like so she wanted to do like double henny shots. I never did a double henny. I didn't even know that existed. We was doing double henny shots. And she was Dominican, and then we was on the dance
shit.
floor, and then my shit just started swelling up like crazy, and I had put it on her butt. You know, on the dance floor, you just put it on the butt. She was like, "Poppy, damn!" Hey, she was like, "Yo, relax that motherfucker, like put that shit away." I was like, "Hey, you got me on the henny. What
you
you
did this
expect?"
to me.
Oh, he came right on time.
Speaking of henny,
Speaking of,
Speaking of Hennessy,
we talking about when we've had a lot of shots in
Drinking
our system,
experience, a
and
lot
then
of
like
shots.
having whiskey dick, which takes the shit out,
Versus
and then
henny.
having henny dick when you just become a
you
monster.
become a superstar.
You know, I've never experienced that. You
Which
know,
one?
They can't hear you. Hold on.
Oh, wait, hold
Ed,
on,
Ed,
hold
Ed's
on.
in the building, y'all. He just got here.
Welcome off, Cam Ed.
I haven't experienced that. I've never had Henny, and after.
Well, henny it makes you like
Henny.
Superman.
Oh yeah.
Apparently,
I've
Henny's
had,
supposed to make you
Yeah.
Superman. And
Brugal
whiskey.
is a
Brugal?
rum, you know, Dominican
That's
rum.
Dominican rum. Yeah,
Yeah.
I have some at the house
Now that
from the
That's
Dominican
the
Republic.
that makes
Strong.
you, yeah. You know,
Oh no!
You
No,
went
no,
from
no, no!
fucking
You
Superman-
need, if you go to Dominican, you
that
gotta have
makes
Mama
you
Juana.
huh?
You gotta have Mama Juana.
Yeah, Mama wanted to.
Yeah,
I haven't tried it with Barbenco though. The Haitian rum.
Oh, Babaku.
Yeah, I haven't had
that'd
it.
be kind of cool.
That's classic
Have you
Haitian
guys
rum
ever
right
had
there.
Mama
For
Juana
those
by
who don't know,
chance?
Babaku 5-star.
Yeah.
Have you ever had Mama Juana?
No.
So it's a drink they
Okay,
make in the
no.
Dominican Republic. Like it's a certain herb that they put in a bottle. You can probably mix like a Brugal rum, like a rum, and then you also put like a red wine and you let it sit. And I don't know what's in them herbs, but it makes you like horny on both ends, both the girl and the guy.
So it's like a aphrodisiac.
But yeah.
Aphrodisiac. There you go. So yeah,
Which I was gonna bring up to you guys because I just got my booster shot.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
And let me
They
tell
give
you,
you
that
any dick?
booster shot, you know, I hadn't tried with the first 2 shots, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, with that booster shot, I was flat, guys. No
Really?
performance. That's what I was trying to tell you guys in the chat the other day.
hilarious.
It is a side
He had to,
effect.
he had to let us know too.
Read that
Wait,
at all.
Yeah.
I was trying to tell y'all, yo,
I didn't get that.
yo,
at
with
I
this
was
the
telling you
booster, I
guys.
just know
Remember, I said
performance.
I was going to tell
They
you guys
say
about
that
this.
that is one of the side effects.
Let me
Oh,
tell
really?
you, yeah.
ED?
Shorty was on top of me and everything. And she was like, what's
You
the
weren't on top of
matter?
your game.
And I was just like,
Where's your friend?
she's actually outside. She's
She's
You don't gotta tell us, Ed.
Oh,
Bruh,
my bad.
bruh, what are you
My
doing?
bad.
Ed is
All right,
Hey.
check this out, listeners. Ed is new to the process of podcasting, so he's still getting his feet wet.
If you
He
guys
hasn't had
you
media
don't wanna get
training,
snitched by accident,
so
My bad.
but only
He
the
said
people in the
she.
room
But
will
only
know
we know.
who was
We know.
So just act like you
who you had
We
your
don't know.
problem
We're
with.
like,
Okay.
all we can say about Ed's story is
Okay,
she was
so-
on top and he wasn't on top of his
Yo,
game.
and it was flat, and it was crazy. And I was saying, I didn't subscribe to the conspiracy that I guess people are saying that it's like a population control, like make you
Yes.
impotent and everything. But for sure, it was like a deflated balloon, guys. Huh?
Did you try?
Yeah,
it
the next day I was good. The next day I drank
So you just had one day of strong,
So
no
it was
worse.
one day of.
Yeah, but it was after the booster shot.
Which booster?
Oh wow.
Moderna.
Moderna. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Moderna, I don't have any problems with y'all, but I'm just trying to, I'm just trying to let you know that after I took
Do you
the
want to
booster
let your
shot.
guest in?
He did a test run.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
grab
she
it.
can come in.
I mean,
Oh,
we know.
At this point,
yeah, we might as well. She probably.
Hey, I'm already like,
And Nick,
I'm
you
waiting.
know him.
I'm
You knew he
waiting.
was gonna fall for that. That's the funny part.
waiting.
You knew,
For
yo.
sure.
Hey, how are you?
welcome back.
But for
Welcome
sure,
back. Yes.
for sure, it's a
Yes.
side effect.
Okay,
Okay.
moving on.
He mad.
hilarious.
For sure,
Oh my
100%.
god.
Look at the
Man,
doc.
yeah, we gotta think about these boosters, man.
where
Think about
we
these
go-
boosters,
where
man.
from
I haven't had a booster yet. I've had two vaccine shots.
But get it, because it's healthy for you.
I'm
That's what they
Moderna,
say.
I'm good.
Right? Yeah.
But
I think I'll be all right.
The
Ride this thing out.
CDC just put out recently about like they're questioning if natural immunity actually is better than the vaccine right now.
oh
So-
yeah,
Duh.
there's
Really?
all the
Yeah.
reports now.
Oh,
that
Ed
came
taught me
out.
all about natural immunity.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like-
he had me eat a bug when we was 12. He cooked it, and he was like,
Uh-huh.
"Yo, you eat this, your immune system's gonna be good."
Hilarious.
and it worked. You're
It
still
did, I didn't get
alive.
sick.
But no, that was my
Yeah.
theory
Thank
behind
you.
the whole thing until like I needed to
And
get a
then,
job. So.
He cooked the bug in front of us. He cooked
Yeah.
it, like literally like had it in the pan. Watched the bug.
I
And
don't
now
get-
they have the new version of the Omarion.
Oh, yeah?
Dubbed the Stealth Omarion.
The stealth?
The
Oh, it creeps up on you slowly.
Omicron. Yes.
Oh, my God.
They
Okay.
posted that. I'm like, come on. Is this somebody commented? Is this
the
Fast and
Icebox
Furious
variant?
Part 2? They're like,
Icebox. I know we had the icebox variant, the touch
yeah.
variant.
So now they're just making up. I think they're just making up.
Pretty soon we're gonna get the O variant.
The O.
That's probably the stealth one because it's nice and
It's
slow.
stealth.
Yeah.
Stealth. Touch.
Yeah, but I just
Damn.
want to put a disclaimer out there. Yeah. I
Moderna
don't have
ED.
any problems with the pharmaceutical companies or anything
I
like
do.
that, but that's what happened.
You can't be putting that stuff in
The
your
disclaimer.
boosters.
Yeah, that
Right.
stuff.
Put
is
little
deadly.
stuff in there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So,
It is crazy.
couple of
Anybody ever have a situation like that?
But
I like just like that. Did it have to be drinks where you just was like just could not perform? It could be a guy or a girl. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, it can happen to a girl.
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Sometimes women
But
dry up.
Just like, oh, this ain't for me. Like,
I don't think that's ever. Yeah. Not that I'm aware for myself.
Maltas, isn't Malta?
Uh,
You know the Malta drinks. Doesn't it dry you guys out?
I don't drink that.
I don't
Oh.
even know what that is. I've heard of that drink.
You know
before,
little
so I, like,
Malta?
regularly.
You guys know what I'm talking about, right?
Malta?
They're like
I've heard of-
99 cents
Yeah.
each, or they also come in like a 12 pack. You get in a little cardboard thing.
Are those
yeah.
like nutcrackers?
He said.
No, it's kind of like a nutcracker.
I know what you're
Man,
talking about.
I had a girl
but
turn
no,
me
I
off
never tried
completely.
it.
And I heard
Nutcracker?
No,
There's a-
just
there's a theory also that it can cause what is that? Miscarriage. They say you're
That
not.
drink?
Yeah.
Oh,
fuck
They
that
say
drink.
don't
Never
drink
drink
it
it.
while you're pregnant.
don't drink that shit.
Period.
Period. If it causes any of
Well,
that.
thanks.
like,
No,
Take
that
that
one.
down, Google.
yeah, I was like, that sounds like poison across the board. I'm good.
Keep that in the that way I don't have to push girls down the steps anymore.
Man,
Kidding, guys.
I was almost late to a basketball game trying to mess with some girl that I ended up not messing with just because I couldn't get there.
The basketball game.
Yeah,
She
it was
play
in
ball?
high school. I would play ball.
Oh, got you.
You couldn't get there.
I just couldn't get there, but honestly, it wasn't my fault. It was very much hers. Even though she told everybody differently, but I was a nice guy, so I didn't tell the true story. Like,
How tall was she?
how tall was she? Regular height?
I don't
She
think
was
she was
like-
an athlete.
Oh, she
I
was
was
an
the
athlete.
athlete, yeah.
He
Oh,
was-
you were the
he was
athlete.
playing
My bad. I
basketball.
thought
He
you.
was
So
playing basketball,
if
yeah.
we had a basketball game that night, but I had went over to the girl's house,
Uh-huh.
and there was some girl that I had been eyeing or whatever. So we went to go do our thing, kissing, yada yada yada. I don't know what happened, but like, cause everything was fully functional until the panties came down, and then that whiff,
Oh!
So it affects the smell. It affected the smell.
the whiff, changed my whole
100%.
perspective about of our relationship. We weren't even in a relationship, but it just changed my whole perspective.
But,
Well, what?
You weren't
what
even
did
in a
she drink though? What did she
relationship.
drink?
I don't know if she drank. It
Some
sounded like she
greens.
drank some Malta. I don't know.
Might have had
Right?
some
It's just
musty.
wrong.
But then she went around and she was telling everybody, we couldn't do such and such. And I was like, yeah, you keep talking. Like,
So I had this happen with a ex. I can't say no names.
I ain't gonna say no
You
names.
better not. Shit.
Hey,
Um,
what
but
was
I
your
ain't,
name
I
again?
ain't gonna say no names.
I like worked on her for like a month, trying to just get it one more shot at it.
Yeah.
And I worked her down, bought flowers. I was doing the most.
Oh, he
Yeah.
flowers.
And
What kind of flowers?
I
Yeah.
bought like
I'm into the
roses.
details.
No, roses like 3 times, bro. White, red. I was going for it.
Okay.
He's
I
trying
get it back
A lot of
everything.
flower shops in LA. I feel.
I get to her house. It's all romantic. I got the wine and shit. And right when we was about to get it cracking, I just could not stop thinking about the fact that she had sex with somebody else since the last time we had sex.
Mm.
And I'm like, I can't fuck
It'll
her.
throw you off. It'll
that
throw you
happens.
off.
And I was like, man, I wonder if that's because we were together and we had like a relationship and shit.
That's the thing.
But it ruined the whole shit. I was like, I can't do it. I felt so bad about that shit.
Because I feel like if you just mess with a girl,
Dang.
it's like, and they come back to you and you do something, it's just like, whatever. But if you like, you had a committed relationship or you like
Right.
that person, loved them even at one point, you'd be like,
Yeah, that's definitely.
And then they try to
work
it out
deflated balloon
afterwards?
Status.
Yeah, get over
'Cause
that,
I-
man.
It's a wrap.
no, because I
Wrong.
went through that.
Yeah.
She gonna
Me and the
fuck,
girl
man.
broke up. She got with somebody. Then she
When
came
you wasn't
back
on
to
your
me.
A game,
Nick
somebody
don't
else
care.
was.
Nick don't
Nick
care if
don't
if a girl has like 10 bodies on him. He's like,
Why would I
Am I
care
getting-
about what your bodies? The body's not gonna change the
yeah, but
outcome.
on you, like you with her, and then she collects
I'll be
10.
number 11.
What I'm saying, like 10 throughout
You
her
don't
life,
give a
or like
fuck.
between the difference between.
I
when
mean,
y'all
look,
broke
they
up.
say the average woman probably has sex with about like 20 to 25 guys.
That
in her
is
lifetime.
not true.
Maybe less.
in a lifetime.
Maybe less.
You got to
Oh, in
think
a
about
lifetime.
like
The
Oh,
average,
okay.
the
Yeah.
average
Lifetime.
woman before she settles
if you
down.
live to be 80 and you have like 2 a year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Think about it.
80. You
No,
said 80.
That's fine.
I'm just saying,
Acceptable.
like if you live to be 80,
Yeah. Might have been good.
You-
had
and
three-
usually half of
had
them-
people
three
look at the
one year.
numbers like it's crazy. And
It's
I'm
not
like,
a crazy
this-
number. Like you
Yeah.
think
That's
about
actually not a
college,
crazy
you
number.
walk
Not
out
my
in
mom.
Especially if you're not in
college
a
That's not a crazy
relationship.
number,
Yeah.
though.
Not my mom. My mom has one body.
that you know about. That you know about.
Nigga.
No.
You wasn't in Okap and Leo Gan.
No.
You don't know
My
what
mom has
what auntie was
one.
doing.
One.
I'm certain.
That's 'cause
I don't know about your mom.
my mom got more bodies probably than your mom for sure. My mom was out here in these streets.
My mom was in the
She
streets.
didn't have
Oh,
a
but
40-year
your
marriage like your mother.
Yeah. My mom was single.
It's
in New
okay.
York.
It's okay,
My
guys.
mom was
It's
single in New York in the
It's
80s.
okay.
You still love your mama.
Right.
Absolutely. But here's the thing. I only know of at least 3 or 4. But I never saw like my mom. My mom never brought dudes
Yeah, of
around
course,
like that.
of course,
Like
of
she.
course.
Wow.
Some mothers out here
Yeah.
not giving a fuck. But like
Yeah.
my mom never wanted to like have me see guys coming in and out or whatever like that. Whoever she was entertaining.
My mom would bring a guy
okay.
around if she was like
Serious.
talking to him. Like if she was talking to him, she thought they were gonna be somewhere. Like, but I've actually done drive-bys with my mom. By drive-bys,
What's that mean? Like she
Yeah.
got you waiting
No,
to
Yeah,
that
I
is-
wish
her
you
business.
would've
Like
been-
That is abuse.
Context.
No.
Context.
Not sex. Like if she thought like I think something, I suspect him cheating. She brought me with her
That is
wow.
still abuse.
to go show up to see like she'd be like I know
Let's
this was
go.
some. She'd be like looking through the windows, and I'd be in the car like
Yeah.
Wow.
Wheels on fire.
Training her protege.
Did his
Wow.
mom? Did his?
My mom
my
was
mom was
only.
a savage.
Well,
she was
you
like
need a hug, Will?
Need a hug.
We here for you, bro.
we showed up one time. I'll never forget it. She was like those are my shoes.
Ah, that's funny.
Speaking of needing a hug, did anybody see Jim Jones's interview where he said his mom
Taught him how to kiss.
tongue
I
kiss.
did
Oh
see
my
that.
gosh.
That was on
Oh
lip
yeah, that was
service, I
kinda,
believe, with Angela Yee.
like
He
What?
tried to say he
That's
was joking,
abuse.
but he was too.
that's abuse.
Well,
He
he
tried to say
didn't
this-
say they actually like physically kissed.
Fuck that.
What?
No. She was on there. They pulled up her audio. She said that she taught him how to tongue kiss. She
Nice.
taught him about sex and how to make sure the vagina's wet.
They had the
before you-
conversations, yeah.
They didn't say that. She said she taught him. I'm gonna go
Whoa.
with Nick over here and say that they had a conversation.
I believe because I saw like a little bit of the tidbit because they
Doing
posted
is
it on the.
teaching, right?
Hold on, let's see if you can find. Can you find the clip? Let's,
And while you're finding that, last week we discussed Staten Island guys.
Okay.
Well, you got to be careful with these Harlem guys because these Harlem guys,
that was a lot of
you
trauma.
you know, there's a lot of shit going on in Harlem, and
Right.
I love Harlem, but
Shout out to the Apollo.
Shout out to the.
It's more than just the Apollo, man. It's a lot of blocks in Harlem.
No, I'm
a
Yeah.
lot of shit going on in Harlem, and
These
they need
guys
prayer.
have
Regular. I've been
If
in
that's
Spanish
what was
Harlem,
really
I've been-
happening,
to Jim Jones.
It just confirms that what I've been saying for a long time. Those guys in Harlem need prayer. What is happening?
Only Harlem.
You know, only
You know how to
Harlem.
have sex. My mama, nigga. Like, what?
I mean, we all know Jim Jones' mom, lived a very,
in Harlem.
extreme life. Yes.
In
Out
Harlem.
these streets.
But I don't think he said that they did these acts to get like as he learned. I think there was like in-depth conversation, but it just came out. The delivery came out wrong.
Like-
And
But would you be surprised knowing they're from Harlem? You see? You see?
That's ridiculous.
You see?
Jim Jones said he was joking.
Oh,
He said he was.
okay.
No, I heard him say he was joking.
Yeah,
Said he was joking.
yeah.
Oh.
But after you say, but you
But
can't come back
Ed
from
still
that,
wants
though.
prayer for Harlem niggas.
Yes.
You still want
Please.
little-
But my thing
Please.
is, as soon as you say that, I'm cutting the audio when you said I'm joking. And I thought that's going out.
Yeah, it was not gonna
Delete
be.
that.
Nigga, fuck that. Yeah.
Edit
yeah.
that.
You should
They
have said
would've
that.
been like,
Shoot.
no joking.
What were we
And
talking about? I forgot where we
You
spiraled.
started
We're
talking
talking about
about this.
women and
talking about
being
Deflated
with
This is
balloons.
funner.
Yeah.
Deflated
Right,
balloons.
deflate-
Yeah.
Did any of your guys' parents give you the sex talk? And if so, was it like informative? Was it like what the fuck? Or was it like
I was about 12 with my
Okay.
mom when me and my mom had it. 12, 13.
I was about 16 when my mom said, "These girls out here are nasty."
Don't get them pregnant. That's
And-
all they tell them.
Yeah, and then that was
was like-
the conversation. She said, "You know what I'm talking about." I said, "Yes, I do. I do."
I want to say
I
was
won't do
14.
anything.
My mom was just like, from the little bit that I've seen you talk about, you don't know shit. So I want you to ask me.
that.
Because she was like, I hear you with your dumbass conversations with your friends. You don't know shit. So I want you to ask me whatever you think you know about sex and then we'll, so she answered accordingly. It stressed the importance of condoms and why you need to use condoms, especially if you're going to be having sex with any girl who's like, your age, 13, 14 or whatever like that. These little fast ass girls.
13, 14.
Yeah, because
I was
when
in
I was
middle
in-
school getting it in.
No, because
Like-
when I was 13, 14, I went to this middle school in South Florida, and I was in this area called Miramar, and
I know
down
Miramar,
south,
yeah.
them kids was just fucking
Fast,
early.
yeah.
Like we would
It was
hear,
close
I
Over
mean,
near Pembroke. Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
way more rumors than actuals, but we knew a couple of kids who was getting it in at school already, like 12, 13, and then like when they turned like 14, 15, some of them were getting pregnant. So it was like
wow.
my mom really had to like be serious about that because she knew that girls just,
It was doing it.
girls
was getting it in.
girls be getting it in. So, and she was just telling me like why. This is the best thing. She said the reason why you also need to wear a condom is because it protects you from yourself. Raw sex feels great. She told me this. She said raw sex feels great, but it's dangerous. So you have to use a condom because you're always gonna be tempted to do so. And
Right.
once you start, you won't
Once
want
you
to
start
stop.
the raw life, it's
You won't
no
wanna
going
stop,
back.
so
There's no going back.
Use this condom, protect yourself, and don't be having raw sex unless you're ready for the consequences and like STDs. And then we had and then that was like around the time when I think they still had sex ed classes or not. We didn't have sex ed class, but in the science class at
We had
one
the
point we
health
did
classes.
STDs.
Yeah.
And we saw all that shit. So when she told me about
Hey,
the
they
different
put the
ones,
diagrams on the screen.
yeah, the
Oh
diagrams
my
on the
God.
screen, herpes,
They did that. I had
chlamydia.
the sex ed
Oh my
class.
God.
So I was,
Syphilis,
well,
yeah.
yeah, we
Yeah.
didn't have a sex ed class. We
I
just
had
had
the
it covered
sex ed
in
class.
biology
Yeah,
or
I had
whatever.
it.
So.
Oh, I had a separate health.
I think they
just,
Yeah.
health class.
I think they stopped the photos.
Oh,
because
and
they
then
were
she
traumatic.
was
think they
like,
did too.
and she was like, that
They were
shit you be
traumatic.
watching on Cinemax ain't real. That's not sex either. So
Right.
don't think you can.
Cinemax.
I remember all of
Cinemax.
this.
Cinemax, yeah.
I know
So
Cinemax Uncut.
it was a
That's
good.
funny.
It was a great, funny
Oh my God,
conversation.
that's
It wasn't uncomfortable. It wasn't weird. My mom
My
was just
shit
like
was.
dope to talk to.
Yeah, mine. I came home and I was like, we watched. It was funny.
it your
we were in
mom or
high
your dad?
school. It was my mom.
Okay.
And I'm like, yeah, they showed us sex ed. It was kind of gross, and because they show all the pictures of all the STDs.
Yeah.
And then I go, oh, by the way, my friend's pregnant. I was all.
my
my
God.
Your
mom's
mom
like,
said that your friend's pregnant, or you said?
No,
it
I
to her?
didn't.
Oh.
You be hanging out with
Mom's
her?
face was like-
Nah, like,
well, they should have
Coño.
showed her that before, and
Right.
I was like, it was gross. I ain't doing those.
How old was your friend when she got pregnant?
Oh God, I think we were like freshmen, so probably like
15,
15, yeah.
She was letting home.
She delivered.
I was like,
That's about when I
She
got to
delivered.
talk.
She had the baby.
oh yeah.
She had it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mine was hilarious, but it was uncomfortable because my dad, he called me up on the phone. For some reason, he felt that need that day to just hit me up with that conversation. I was kicking on my cousin. We're just doing shit, playing video games. And he calls me up. He's like, "Hey son, you kind of getting to that age. So I want to talk to you about." I was just like, I didn't even ask for this conversation. And then the conversation came, but it wasn't like a protect yourself, do this and do that. He gave me
None
a
of that.
step-by-step play action of how to get it in.
Okay. Do you remember
Step
the
by
playbook?
step.
the playbook. So he was like, all right, so you're going to get in the room or wherever y'all going to be, probably a car because y'all ain't got no room to work with yet. Um, he was like, "You gonna start kissing her?" He said, "Cool. If you start kissing her, move your hand slowly down and touch her breast." She said, "If you touch her breast," this is what he said. He said, "If you touch her breast and she like reacts, stop and have a conversation."
What?
Ew,
was
what
a-
kind of?
Yo,
What
he said,
kind
"Stop
of-
and have a conversation." He said, "Once she feels comfortable, repeat the exercise again." And then, so he said, if you get past the breast, slowly work down. He said to her vagina or whatever, and I was like, "All right." And so must I mind you, I have her on speaker. I have him on speakerphone. Me and my cousin are like, just dying laughing.
Oh my! And you
He
did
had
it,
to have
right?
been
No,
done.
and then, no,
And then he did
my
it.
dad be drunk all the time when he be talking. So he's like, "Now when you get down there," he said, "you gonna touch it, right?" He said, "It's gotta be really wet. Like if it's not wet, you don't want to hurt yourself down there. You'll hurt yourself." He's like, "But if you go down and she stops you, stop and have a conversation." Like,
He's really into communication.
He was
communicate,
trying
like,
to.
he
He
just
was
make
trying
sure everything is like
Right,
kosher
right.
or whatever.
Yeah.
And then that's kind of where it went from there, and we were just like, "All right, cool."
So $1 million question: did you use
Did
the
you?
playbook?
Yeah. Did you?
What's
use
so
that playbook?
funny is subconsciously, like the first time I did do it, I didn't know how to go about it, so all I could do was be like,
He said, "Go the hell."
You had shame while
He
you
had
was
the
trying
playbook.
to grab the
I went and grabbed the titty. I was like, "Cool, there was no rebuttal, okay." Like, cool, no conversation had to be had. I said, but it was easy because I think the girl, obviously, we were on the same page because when
Yeah.
I started working down, she was undoing her pants. So I was like,
Oh, no conversation.
no
needed.
conversation.
Anybody ever
Like,
copy shit they saw on TV when they were like first having sex, just because they were like you
from
just
a
felt like you
porno or
wanted
just
Not
something?
on
not
TV.
from porno, from like a TV
Yeah.
show,
Oh no.
like whether it was like foreplay or like kissing or whatever.
My method to madness was this is embarrassing.
You took something from the
I
Fresh
don't really
Prince?
know you, so it's all good. No, I used to call it movie moments.
Movie
right?
moments.
So when I was a kid, I decided to get girls was I was gonna take scenes from movies and just do that shit in real life.
Right, right, right.
Absolutely.
But I figured
Good logic.
That was it.
no guy's gonna do this, you know. So
Yeah.
Every guy.
I didn't have music playing, had women in my arms and shit, wiping makeup off their face and reciting poetry. I did everything.
You recited poetry,
Bro,
Poetry.
I'm doing it all, bro. I'm showing up with the speaker to your door.
radio.
Oh,
I did the whole
Lord.
thing. Yeah, candies in front of the classroom. I'm the whole poetry. I did a poetry. You might have been to the poetry lounge down by Fairfax High School.
No.
No,
I
I've
invited
been
this
in
girl
that
down
area.
there, and I went on stage and did this whole poem in front of our friends and shit about her.
Original poem or you took it from
Wow.
Love Jones?
Original shit.
Okay.
Did
That's
some
what you
original
took from Love
shit.
Jones.
I know.
took
And it
Right.
worked. It worked every time. It's pretty
Good
embarrassing,
time.
but it worked.
Anybody ever
Still got
put
that
hot sauce
poem?
on toes? Don't be a menace style.
Oh, bro.
That
too
shit's
hard.
Don't be.
Don't be
First of all, you're supposed to use honey, not hot sauce.
Oh wow.
I'm glad you
Wait, what?
specified.
Oh, neck turn. She was like,
Uh-oh. She how you spill it
never
out.
used
you
Nah,
honey.
like
never
the honey
know.
though, like is there like raw honey or is it like
She's like,
synthetic?
it's
Supposed to
Or
use honey. Yeah, raw honey
raw honey on toes.
on toes.
Okay.
the hot
Because you
sauce
gotta
on the
lick
toes,
it
though?
off.
Right.
So they're not gonna feel any sensation in their toes unless you use honey.
I'm mad that nigga used hot sauce though. That's one of the
Yeah,
funniest
so
scenes.
don't be a menace. They use
Shawn
hot
Wayne's,
sauce.
yeah.
Use hot sauce. So,
It's a wrap.
Like that was his thought process. He looked at it was like,
There was one movie. It was a hood. It's
Oh
a
my God,
hood
that's
classic.
funny.
You remember Trippin' with Donald Faison and
light skinned dude.
Richmond and was that?
Yeah.
And then he had one girl and they was doing like candy and what's it called? What's the thing when you put the
Whipped cream?
Whipped cream.
Yeah, the Cool Whip.
And then the Cool Whip and then eating it off the girl.
Yeah,
Remember did that?
that's wild.
no.
No?
Is anybody
a-
still using whipped cream for that stuff?
I think.
I mean,
so.
you can for the sake of like, I guess fun, foreplay and all that, but that should get messy. Like if you got
Yeah,
nice
it's
sheets.
Yeah, that's
Like,
the
you
thing.
know what I'm saying?
Like,
Like-
nice sheets is like I don't want to ruin these
Ruin
sheets.
that
for the
stuff.
Like, yo, we had hella fun, but this, this $1,000 couch we just fucked up. Like,
Gotta go get
I got a
new
problem
one.
with this.
Always
Yeah.
gonna do that in a hotel.
In a hotel, you can fuck a hotel up,
They gotta clean that shit.
right?
Too.
Clean
You
that
can't
up.
fuck on the mirror, like just
Honey.
dumb, crazy shit. Like
Moving on.
I want them to see
did we
butt
just
cheeks
do a
smears.
quick Freaky Thursday.
Freaky Thursday, my
Freaky
bad.
Thursday.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be upset. The other
But
show's
it's technically,
gonna
I mean, it's throwback Thursday.
No.
These are some throwback situations. These are situations we used to have.
Just a
Y'all
throwback,
used to. You know what I'm saying.
throwback session.
But yeah, you did have a question that you wanted to throw out there. Or you
For
wanna-
throwback?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my throwback Thursday question is, what's the scariest thing you remember that happened to you when you were younger?
Let's see.
This one's real creepy. So
yeah.
when I was living in South Florida, I had to take the bus to go home. And buses, the transportation system is not like New York, so it's like everything is one direction. It's like long rides.
Yeah.
So I had to get on this one bus that went straight, and it was like a 30, 40 minute whatever ride. And I would get on the bus sometimes, and then there was this like fat black dude that would sit in the back. And when I would look to the back, just randomly looking, this motherfucker would go like this and start licking his lips at me. Why y'all laughing at this? This is very,
That's very serious.
I was like 13, 14, and every time I looked, the dude would just look at me and go.
Oh yeah, he was plotting.
And he did that, and then I would see him like on the bus like a few times a week. And then one day I just got up and was like, yo man, hey, stop that shit, man. That shit is nasty. What the fuck is wrong with you? And people looked at him, but he kind of looked away. He acted like he didn't do anything, and I got off the bus. And then the next time I went, he didn't like do that until I was getting ready to get off the bus, and I looked that way, and he did the licking shit again. I'm like, I can't stop this nigga to stop licking his lips for nothing.
Man, that's wild.
That was scary. It was the first few times I didn't know how to deal with it, and I told my mom, and she was like, next time he do that shit, if he's on the bus with you, just call his ass out on the bus. Just call his ass out on the bus and see.
And he's still doing it.
Yo, why you licking your lips like that?
Maybe he's like LL Cool J. Like,
I'm
No, it was
13.
not LL.
but he gave you a
He
look.
had no
though.
sex appeal. He had a grizzly ass beard.
But did he give you
That's
like
funny.
a look, like the eyes, like
It was very
creepy,
intense.
creepy look? Okay.
Like, you just put LL and like Rick Ross together.
He like gave you the.
Nasty motherfucker. Nasty motherfucker. That shit was that was scary. Like I said, the first 2-3 times that happened because I didn't know how to react. Like you would think you just freeze.
Yeah.
I'm like I'm away from him on the bus, so he's not like close to me. But I'm just like, did he just lick his lips? Then I look back. He does it again. Nah, he can't. And you can't help yourself. And I'm like,
I'm thinking.
That's kind of
Yeah.
creepy.
Yeah.
I
had like
had
2 or
one when I was probably 11. I used to go roller skating a lot.
Same.
So what happened was me and my friend got dropped off, and she had to go to the restroom, but they wouldn't let us in yet because of the line and stuff. So she ran across the street to the bowling alley, and while she was there, I was just standing like close to the front entrance, waiting for her like in the parking lot. And then all of a sudden, these 2 kids, probably about 15, 16, because they were driving, they were like, "Hey kid, come here." And I was like, "What?" And so I took off because we had just learned Dare.
you left your friend.
Right.
We learned Dare. Well, yeah, because they came running after me.
You left the home.
And well, no, I didn't leave her. She was already across the street in the place.
Okay.
So I was just like waiting there, and the only person that
said
saved
Dare.
me was the owner of the Rolero place.
Oh wow.
And after that, I never went skating.
You never went
it
back to that
sounds funny,
spot?
but at the same time, I could have been kidnapped, like literally.
I have a
What'd you
similar
say?
story, but yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of scary, but
No candy. They just was just saying, "Hey, come
no,
over."
they were like, "Hey,
Hey,
kid,
kid.
come here."
Yeah, they were.
And I was like,
that
no.
work.
And then he goes, her mom told us to bring her home to the guy. And I'm like, I don't know them. They're white.
Right.
I was like, now here I was, this little Mexican looking kid. I was like, I don't know them. And so then they left, but
Nah,
it was kinda
that's gotta be
scary.
super.
It
You were
was probably
11.
the
It's
scariest,
probably super
yeah.
uncomfortable. And
Yeah.
nerve settling.
And then I never went to, every time they'd be like, oh, we're going to go to Rolero or go
Like, I'm
skating.
good.
I was like, no, I'm good. I'm real good.
Just gonna get scared at home.
Yeah.
I
But
got,
you will.
I got a couple joints. I have a ghost-like joint.
Oh,
Something that happened to me. And then one that was just very memorable to me. I think I was 15. I was a freshman in high school. So I was 15, coming home from football practice. I got my backpack on, got my duffel bag wrapped around me, and I'm just walking. And most of mine is dark. So how the street worked where I was, like you walk to the end of the street, it looked like the street was done, but then there was this little path that went down, and that we lived in, like there was like these condos down there. We stayed there, but there was this like wooded area. So I'm walking down, just casual, like but it's dark as shit. And all of a sudden I hear, and I was like, because I couldn't see shit.
Right.
And all of a sudden, I don't know whose dog it was, charged out at me. Just started going.
the
So I took,
dogs.
and I have all my bags on. I took off running and screaming to the top of my lungs. I screamed, "Mom!" Whoever else I was yelling at. And then the dog was behind me, but I mean, I got speed. I was out there. So the thing is, I tried to hop this gate. So I went to go hop the gate. My bag got caught, and I fell right back.
Oh man.
So I
Oh, my
turned around. The
God.
dog was coming at me. At that point, I just took my bag, smashed it at the dog, and then somebody yelled, and then the dog turned around. But that shit was
Could have went
They
in on
didn't
your
get you in the
face.
butt.
No, it didn't
Dang.
get
bite marks?
no bite marks.
Dang.
I did
Boy,
fall
you
though.
dodged
I
You'd
did
have been like
fall.
Pop.
That fall hurt.
Yeah, because I literally went like this and got caught and went right
Oh
backwards.
man.
That dog was like, I got you.
Yeah, you would have been like Pops in Friday.
Oh,
when
yeah.
The dog
Help
bit
me,
him.
please. Help me.
That was one scary moment just because it was so like I didn't know what I was. I mean, it was a dog, but I didn't know what I was running from. I just
Right.
heard
Yeah.
growls because I've ran into a
Hey.
wolf before.
What?
Oh, what?
Yeah.
You want to tell us that story?
Wait, hold on.
It's not-
You can't just say that
I know.
casually.
Hey, I ran into a
I've dealt
wolf
with
before,
dogs,
you
with
guys.
wolves, bears.
Baby
Whoa.
wolf?
I know,
Nah.
like.
So the situation is the first college I went to was about
Northwest.
2 hours east of where I'm
Oh,
from.
okay.
So I had to drive through the mountains or whatever. So on my way there, my car started like getting crazy, which it turned out that my alternator was like bad. So my alternator started going out. I'm like, damn, my battery's going out. Like, fuck. So I get off of the exit. Must have mind, this is like when you go through the Cascade Mountains, it's like open. It's just like lakes, woods. There could be anything out there. So I'm like sitting in my car and I'm like, fuck, okay, there's a gas station. It's about distance, we'll say about 3 blocks. So I'm like, all right, well, shit, there's a gas station. Get out the car, but it's all woods. So I get out the car to walk over to the gas station and I hear like a noise and I look and I'm like, and I saw it, immediately got in the car, click, click. I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna get reception in this motherfucker. But like, I wasn't getting out the car after that because I was like, if there's one of you,
Yeah,
usually
they
come
come
in
in
packs. So I was
packs.
like, there's gotta be more.
Yeah.
Which I didn't end up seeing more, but I wasn't taking that
You
risk.
waited it out.
Yeah, I
How long
waited.
did it take?
I know.
I ended up getting some. I got in contact with my mom. I told her where I was at, and then somehow I ended up getting a tow truck to come out there.
Ooh, thank
It took a
goodness.
minute, yeah.
But you said that one wolf you made eye contact with. How scary was it?
Ooh. Was it big?
Vicious.
Because wolves are a bit like, 'cause
Yeah.
when you see a dog, like when you see like huskies, for example,
Yeah.
because that's kind of the
They're
look
big.
you
Yeah.
get. But just imagine that, but like sizey, and you know it wants to hurt you.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, dang.
Yeah, you might
It's
be in
like
his
fresh
territory.
meat.
Any scary things that?
Yeah, the scariest thing growing up as a kid, I think I was
I remember
I was
this?
maybe in 4th grade, and a dude came in and basically tried to mug my dad on on the property.
I don't know why I bet you about
Yeah,
it.
Wait.
he came.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
That happened?
yeah. Oh, you didn't know about it. So,
You said you were 4th grade?
4th grade. Yeah,
Nah, I was probably like 3.
yeah, you're probably too young.
Because
So
you're how old?
what was like maybe 9, 10 years old.
So you're about 5 years apart.
Yeah, we're about 6, 7 years apart. So yeah, I was
Yeah,
too young.
yeah.
So,
So-
what happened?
So a guy comes to the property. This is why my dad, my dad's always working outside, and he had a friend over, and a guy comes, and he holds my dad's friend at gunpoint, and says, "There's money in the house. Bring me the money." And my dad was like, "What money?" He's like, "What money are you talking about?" He said, "Where's the money?" And he basically told him, this guy, I'm gonna hold him at gunpoint until you bring the money. So the way we knew something was happening is because my dad comes in the house and he grabs this massive 2-ply, getting
Oh.
ready to
God,
knock the
Bobby.
guy over the head. He eventually chased him away,
Right.
but we saw because he came into the house, he got the 2-ply. We didn't know what was going on, but he ran outside with the 2-ply, and then we were gonna go outside to feed the dog. And
You
he
could have
said,
shot your dad.
I know. He said, no, get back in the house, get back in the house. And then I go upstairs and my sister is upstairs. She's crying. I was like, what's going on? He just told us to go back. We were going to go feed the dog. He said, no, somebody's outside holding them at gunpoint. And apparently the guy, of the police, he chased them away with a big wooden 2-ply. Haitian, you know how Haitian.
Anything we get our hands on.
Anything
You know?
they-
Machete.
He chased him away with the 2-ply, like a Hacksaw Jim Duggan. You guys know Hacksaw Jim Duggan from WWF back in the day? And we eventually found, the cops found the guy because he ran off, but it was because another aunt from my mom's side of the family, she was living in that, the downstairs area
Yeah.
that we have.
Because in most houses in like New York, a lot of people
Yeah.
live in 2-story houses.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, because they're like in the...
She
Yeah.
was a part of a susu at her job, and apparently the guy knew, somebody from the job told that guy that that's where the money from the susu is, and so he basically came to rob the susu.
Snitch. That's where you got it from.
Damn.
She wasn't even home though. She wasn't
Damn,
even home at the
Susu.
time.
Oh, wow. This is Aunt
Yeah,
Evelyn? Okay.
yeah, Evelyn. Yeah, you.
Wow. Damn.
But it was scary. We were like really shook up because it took
Yeah?
a while.
Dang.
It took a while for my dad to
Figure shit. Yeah.
do his ninja shit. And then
That's funny.
to do his
Yo,
ninja
that's
shit.
crazy. That's
I
the thing
didn't
about
think that
Haitians,
shit gonna
yo.
work.
Yeah.
A gun would not put us in fear. Like,
No, my dad's
Oh,
not
wow.
afraid of guns at all. I'm terrified
I
of
know.
guns.
it really
You're not
doesn't
gonna pull
deter
the-
us.
you're not
Like,
gonna
it's
pull the
just
trigger.
whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not
My
gonna
dad
pull
had
the
a
trigger.
wrench. He'd probably just chuck it at his head. He'd be like,
and
"What?"
then chase him.
Yeah, and then chase him.
He said bullets is just they don't faze me.
They don't face it. Yeah, like
Yeah.
Every Haitian has a Luke Cage complex.
You
like-
know?
like,
Pretty much.
But my dad, it was scary, but my dad, he's
Yeah,
like,
man.
that guy's fearless.
There's
He
this-
ran right outside. He was like, "What?" He's like,
He was pissed. What can I get my hands on?
he was so.
Vamos.
He wasn't scared. He was like, he came in the house
It was more
pissed.
probably
He
annoyed.
he came in the house stomping his foot. He was pissed, and he,
Grab
this
anything.
2-ply he grabbed was attached to something, so he
Hilarious.
basically ripped it off of something. He's like,
And his dad is like 5'2".
Oh, for real?
You know?
That is
Strong, but
wild.
his
Oh
dad
my
is like
God.
Strong
really
dude,
built.
yeah.
Yeah.
Really
Oh
solid.
my
Funny.
God.
But so it's like to see a guy, but when he's like
and
angry,
he's upset.
it's
He
like,
came and he ripped it off of something, and,
Yeah.
and when he ripped it off something, like there was a hole in the wall left from him ripping it off and then it hitting the wall.
So,
yeah.
So he
Oh,
runs
wow.
outside pissed, chases this guy off, and then comes back inside. He's like pissed that there's a hole in the wall now.
That
he
he
just
made.
me.
Oh, now he's more
He's
pissed
like, I have to
at
fix
that.
this wall.
my head is hot.
Right.
But we were
You
terrified.
go find the dude. Hey,
We
come
were
back and pay for this.
terrified.
You gonna go find the dude now.
Right. Hey, you gonna pay
You
for
owe
this?
me a wall.
You owe me a wall.
You owe me some.
Hey, some
You know, I
wall.
look back now. But Dad's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that guy's a little crazy sometimes.
That's funny. It's funny you say that. My
Oh
dad
my
had
God,
like
that's
this.
funny.
I don't know what you would call it. It wasn't like a 2x4 because it was more of a cylinder shape, but it was
Uh-huh.
super long. And he's like, if anybody ever comes in the house, I'm gonna use this. And like looking back, you look at your dad, like, yo, my dad, he'd be like a hero. Like really thinking
Yeah.
right now, that was long as shit. Like, what were the mechanics you were gonna use in the hallway to swing that at somebody? Because it wasn't like a bat, like where you could just go
Yeah.
like this. That shit was like long.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what you gonna? like,
Right,
there
right.
was
It's
no-
not the most ideal weapon.
Yeah.
My dad was gonna whack him with that thing with one hand because
couldn't
my
call him.
dad's hands are big. You
Yeah,
know,
he's got big hands.
He has huge hands, even though he's like
It's
short.
the funniest thing, sure.
That's
My
funny.
uncle's not that tall, but he got these humongous hands. Though.
Yeah.
He's like 5'6", mitts.
I want
Like,
no parts of them hands.
Yeah, you don't want
That's
my dad
funny.
to ever smack you because
You've been smacked.
You
a few times
have the
then?
print mark.
Yeah.
He never smacked me, but he used to smack our cousin or his sister, and so you'd see
you know.
yes, it is indeed. Podcast.
He never got you.
Well, no, you got belts. Like
Yeah,
he's not gonna, he doesn't
yeah.
believe in smacking
Yeah.
the boys. He's gonna.
Oh, okay.
You know,
So just the girls.
he just
Because he wasn't gonna whip her, you know.
he wasn't gonna whip her, so you get a smack.
It's
You
funny.
just smacked the girl.
He only smacks the girl. He's only pimping
He
in the
wasn't
house.
gonna whip her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just smacked the girl.
My mom smacks though. She did both.
Oh, okay.
My dad smacked. My mom just went for the belts. My mom did the windmill.
My mom did the belts.
She just like it was like open season swings. Like
Your generation, you got hit growing up. Okay.
You got what?
I feel like this is like the last era of that. Like I feel
Pretty
like
much.
as
it's,
parents,
it's going
when we grow up
away.
and
It's
really
going
be able
away.
to do it, like,
Ass whoopers
I
ain't what
don't
they
know.
used to be.
These kids are so smart. They be ready to call social services on you with
You
their
know?
iPad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, child abuse.
Cause you gotta be realistic,
Yeah.
like, cause I know I got my ass whooped, but then you think about like how like your parents got their ass whooped, which was strong,
Which
like,
was
in,
way
like,
different.
in school.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to pay kids to jump my kids.
Right.
They
need to
won't
know.
know who did it and where it came from, and I have to ask for like somebody beat you? What?
Like,
and this
what?
could be something from like 2 weeks ago when they disrespected me, but this is my payback. You got to be very like tactical. You know?
That's hilarious. Be like, good work, kids. Don't hurt them too much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One
good
black
job.
eye,
Good
not
job.
two.
Just leave a mark. Kick them. Beat them down.
Somebody in my
Take his
life,
lunch money.
somebody in my
Okay.
life right now is like, I'm Haitian and my ass whooping still top tier.
Damn.
Ah,
It's like, because you gotta
Yeah.
think about it when you go to these countries like in the
Uh-huh.
Caribbean. Some of these countries is like third world. They're not thinking about the police and shit. Thinking what?
They don't have there's
Yeah.
no
No.
social services awareness.
He's like, you gonna call the peoples? I'll kill the president.
It's just you and them. It's just you and them in the village, man.
Yeah,
The way
that's
of
how they
life
feel.
is so different, but it's like, yeah, like,
I feel like if
We
you
actually
don't
hate
in
you
Haiti,
too.
if you don't whip your kid for doing something wrong, they'll call the police because you didn't whip them. You know, because you didn't. You know?
you didn't
It's all
discipline them.
They said, no, we have
What?
to take the kid away.
You're not a man in the
then
house.
they're gonna discipline you.
Oh, we got a call.
We got a call. We got a call. Right. People already know.
Chiming in. What's going
Caller,
on?
what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, everybody?
What's
Hey,
up?
Vernon.
The whole thing about getting somebody to whip your kid's ass, that was an American Dad episode.
Oh, word? I never watched American
I
Dad.
don't watch American
It's
Dad.
hysterical because
Oh, that's
his
funny.
son, if you ever watched it, his son is soft.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He was like, you know what, I'm gonna toughen you up.
Uh-huh.
So he got
Yeah.
this big ass Greek dude to beat his son's ass every day until he got tough.
Oh shit.
You know, the
That's
Greeks are
funny.
There
tough.
was another
It's like
episode
Malibu.
where he would beat his son's ass every day, and then the son went and got the Greek dude to beat his father's ass.
He paid him more
Oh,
money.
that's funny.
Right.
That's hilarious.
If y'all ever run into that American Dad episode, it's two of them. It's fucking hysterical.
I'm gonna
I'm
look
about to
that
watch
up.
that.
I'm just for that
That's funny.
episode.
Thanks, Vernon.
Thanks, Vernon.
Much
All right,
love,
Vern.
Vern. Thank you.
Much
Thank you,
love.
Vern.
Everybody got beat as kids here.
To some
Oh
degree.
yeah.
Speaking of beatings, anyways,
I
if you
got
got any
real
beating
beat.
that you want to talk about, call in at 818-914-4087. You don't have to
Yeah.
say the parents' names. You can just say what happened.
Oh, I got beat.
You ain't get
I
whoopings?
got psychoed.
My mom was a professional asshole. My
Oh,
mom had a belt. She would hang.
Ah, just as a
In a
reminder.
box.
No, like it was in the back of her closet. It was
Hilarious.
like it was on like a little hook.
A special belt.
It had a gold buckle
Yeah,
on
his
it.
name
I-
was-
She
I felt
memorialized
like, I
it.
felt like she
Oh,
bought it to
dang.
whoop ass.
This
And
is
she
specific.
would
was
tell
ready.
you like, go get the belt, and that was like the longest fucking walk in the way.
Oh man.
Damn.
You had your
You
way
ever,
to that
you ever grabbed the
memorial.
wrong belt? Like try to get the nylon one?
Yeah.
I grabbed
I
the
did.
had a pirate
The small
costume,
one.
like a Halloween costume. So I grabbed the pirate belt, the flimsy shit.
Yeah.
Pirate
You ever
belt.
try to put something in your pants and
That's what I was
clothes?
about
Yeah,
to say. We used to do
Yeah.
padding.
Yeah.
All of that.
Ed,
bro.
Ed used to
I
use
did
padding,
that.
and he
I tried.
outsmarted his dad. Never caught him. He outsmarted the dad.
did?
And one time we saw Ed getting beat, and we knew Ed wasn't feeling it. And I think
They gave you up.
He was
They gave
faking
you
it.
up.
Yo, it's
nah,
like
we
this.
didn't figure it out. But because Ed just made sure he looked away so that he would not see him not crying.
I had like three
He was
bad
probably laughing.
jeans
Yeah,
under, and
three-
then
yeah.
it's the
He
trick
all looking thicker.
was to put sweatpants then jeans over it,
Right.
and then another pair of sweatpants. You know that was the trick. You don't
just
feel
layer up.
nothing.
I put on like 10
Oh
pair
my
of
God,
gym
you guys are
shorts.
Did he ever catch anybody trying to do that?
No, never.
Who
What? He would owe us back to this day. He would
Right.
owe us back for those whoopings. He's like, you owe me.
You owe me.
I can't even tell you what I did. I put toilet paper.
What?
We
That's
ran
not toilet
okay,
paper?
so we ran
Alright,
to the
then.
bathroom, me
Like
and my
Charmin?
brother.
Like,
Yes, we
Charmin?
ran
Kick
to the
stuff.
bathroom, and my mom.
What's going
The
on,
worst
folks? We
part
live.
is I was like telling my brother, get all the toilet paper, and then so we started stuffing ourselves up, and next thing you know, my mom's at the door real quietly. You have to come out sometime. And I'm like, ah! So
I would have
we're
climbed out the
just
window and
putting
never
more
came
in.
home.
Boy, did we get whooped. And then she's like, you roll that shit back up because we are not wasting that.
Hilarious.
And I was like, dang.
That's wild.
But I should have did that.
Did
The
you
padding.
guys ever talk yourself out of whoopings? Did you guys ever have like a go-to? I know you
Nah,
said you had the pants and everything, but
there was no talking out of it, man.
my older brother.
I would
Yeah,
just
I told
cry
y'all,
like,
man.
please listen to me.
did it work?
No.
No.
My older brother had asthma. So
Oh,
he would
Ah.
pull as soon as she would fucking like he was like, Mom, my asthma, and then she would stop, and now
He'd be all-
I'm just sitting there like, fuck, I'm next, and I don't have
Man.
nothing. I don't have
Y'all
I think
smiling
one
and
time
shit.
I tried to act like
Oh,
I really got hurt, so I was like, she's like, get up, you ain't that hurt. I was trying to go,
Right. And they manipulate you too. They be like, get up, I hit you, get back. Like,
Start crying.
yeah, that was no luck. No
my
luck.
dad did some sinister shit with me one time. It wasn't even like he beat me. He did like, I don't know if it was. I guess in thinking about it now, it was better. But he told me to clean my room. I'm up here lollygagging around. He's like, yo, man, clean your room. He comes back again. He's like, yo, it's been this amount of time. Clean your room or I'm coming back and I'm whooping your ass. I'm like, all right. So I start cleaning it, cleaning. I go back to sneaking my video games. He walks behind me. And he's like, oh, so you just gonna play video games? That's it. I'm whooping your ass. So he goes to get the belt. I'm like, oh, like I'm already like panicking. Oh, God. He's like, bend over. And he goes,
What's wrong?
and just walks out the room.
Damn.
Oh,
I
he
was
got
like,
mentally tortured you.
he just tortured me.
Who's this?
He
you.
let
They
me
call
cry.
her.
No, that double pants shit, no.
Vernon.
See, here's the key. Fights grip your arm, and then they raise your arm up, so then you can't go nowhere. Because they were
Oh,
like,
yeah.
if I have to chase you, I'm going to really fuck you up.
Right.
You guys run?
So they grabbed that
No,
arm,
really.
roll your
I was
ass
a G.
out, and then they was like, oh, okay, since you think you going to be sick and try to put these clothes on, take all that shit off.
Yeah,
That's it.
No, yeah, my mom would.
Fucking
Yeah, my dad would
pants.
take my
Come
pants
get
off.
your ass whooping.
You know what it was? My
I was
parents
the
didn't have
one
good
who never
eyesight, so
Who never got an ass whooping coming out the shower? Okay?
No, no.
I got one in the shower.
I
What?
got
Yes.
my ass whooped when it was like dry out, when I was dry.
Dang. Dang.
I'll never forget it. I was 4 years old.
Yeah, Will is about to tell us a story how he got beaten as a child when he was at the shower.
Damn,
Thanks,
son.
Bernie. Go
Thanks,
ahead, Will.
Vernon.
My,
Tell us about
nah,
how
my
he got
mom to this day, she tries to say I didn't do that.
Huh?
I'm like,
That's typical.
huh?
We remember as
'Cause
kids.
yeah,
We remember.
These are things you just don't forget. Because
Yeah.
I was only 4 years old. I'm in the shower.
Way
with-
too
Four.
soon.
I'm in the shower minding my
Way
own
too
or whatever.
young.
I don't even remember what I did to deserve that.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
And she said, "You."
but all I just remember is the thing opened up and then that belt hit. And I'm just in there going like this. Like,
Waterworks. Like that.
Yeah, no, never, never,
like
never
psych-
on
Oh,
the
man.
she
shower.
caught me in the shower. She didn't like
I don't
go
think I
super hand,
ever-
but she like hit me with a couple, and then I was like what do you do? Waters run, I'm ass naked, like just cover your junk.
Just lay
like,
down, just
I should have just did,
a battered
like
woman.
Nick.
That shit wild, man.
All right. Well,
Oh,
It's
dang.
like psycho.
shout out
You
to
seen
the
them-
to the
Did
ones still getting whoopings out
Speedy
here.
ever beat you?
No,
No.
but I grew up seeing my dad knock like 4 dudes out before, so he didn't have to do too much. Like,
Oh, okay.
if
Wow.
see,
You already
if
scared?
you see your parents beat somebody else up,
Yeah.
I didn't want to do that. I was like, I'm
He wouldn't
Yeah.
do that
Yo,
to me, buddy.
so funny enough, this is
What's going on,
it's
y'all?
true
Welcome to
story.
Live.
I mean, I laugh at it now, but like, I had my mom was married for a time, and her and my stepdad used to go at it. My stepdad, you know, he was a good person to me, you know, for I guess for a time. Obviously, they got along, but then he also had like a drug problem, and he used to drink, and they had a fight, and she ended up kind of like whooping his ass. Like she was kind of like catching him, and like she
Yeah.
made his nose bleed and shit, and so it was just kind of fun. Like you said, yeah, I knew my mom could throw hands, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom
'Cause
would
I
get
saw her
down.
be, but I always, you know, it's fun. I always thought that was just. I thought women like could just win fights. Like I didn't think
Yeah.
that was a thing where women are getting like fucked up like that. Like I didn't believe that because I only saw my mom win out. You know, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Dang.
But yeah, she
Both
got
my
she got
parents-
them
She
hands
got
in.
the-
Karen got the
Them hands.
Haitian heavy hands.
Yeah.
Both my parents would probably throw hands to this
Dang.
day.
On a lighter note,
Yeah.
so
Besides getting
Alicia, we
beat.
was talking in the group text before the show about
yeah.
Kanye and his pattern
Oh, yeah,
of
did
having
you-
women, his girlfriends dressed like him. So
Yes.
Yeah, 20.
if you notice Kanye and what's his new girlfriend's name, the model,
I forget her name. It ain't important, but yeah.
what is it?
Yeah.
Julia.
Julia
Julia.
what?
Julia.
Max or something?
Fox?
Julia Fox.
Is it Fox or something?
I
Something
got you.
like
It's coming. It's coming.
Some white girl named
We
Julia.
don't.
Yeah, Kanye's been wearing like leather.
Julia Fox. Yeah.
Julia
Yeah.
Fox was
Yeah,
wearing this black
same
leather,
thing.
and she's in the same attire. And we saw this from time to time when Kanye would dress up in something interesting. Kim would match. I don't know if
Yeah.
did Amber and him match clothes.
No,
He
he
didn't
just
match-
straight
Nah.
up dressed her.
He just straight up dressed.
He
her.
dressed her, but
He dressed
But with
her.
Kim, they
she put a
matched.
finger in him.
They
Okay.
always matched. Yeah.
And now
they
with
seem-
Julia, he dressed. So since we have two
So-
ladies in the room, are you letting your man dress you? Are you
Hell
are you
no.
twinning? Are you twinning
Hell
with your
no.
man's?
No.
Why not? Why can't he dress you?
Okay, let's
Hell
let's reword that.
Look at. I mean,
So
look
maybe
at that
not so
outfit
much
What if
right
he
there.
was fashionable
No,
though?
no, like what if it's not dressing?
No.
Like dressing, you saying like you're gonna wear this versus like, hey babe, we should go out and put these outfits on together. Is there a difference there? Like, if
Yeah,
we say we're
like
gonna-
something like that on the picture.
Like, did they
No,
choose to
there's
do
no-
that together,
I'm
or
not
did he
doing
say
He's
that.
a fashion
no, this
icon,
is
though.
today?
It's different.
Oh, Yeah, he's making clothes. So
Somebody in here said her name is temporary.
Basically, yeah.
Damn. I see you, Melina.
and she was very vocal. She was like, it's nothing. I've
funny.
dated billionaires
Yeah.
before. It's
Yeah.
Like he's nothing. Yeah.
yeah, it's not a big deal.
Now, if I go and ask my guy, hey, what do you think of this outfit or whatever, then that's different.
No, I mean,
want his opinion.
I'll
but
be honest with you.
But
I
you're
don't
not
want
letting
him
him
to
buy
say.
clothes for you to wear that he wants you to wear that matches him, or just that he wants. You
don't wanna,
not.
like,
Why
twin
not?
That's
together?
BS.
Why can't he
because
ask you?
I don't want to match.
because a lot of these
Y'all be
fashion
wanting to dress
designers
That'd
are
be
men.
particular.
Me and my lady don't mind like twinning.
Now
but it's
that,
like a
I like
mutual
you.
thing.
You guys letting men dress you already?
All that, yeah.
So you want a guy to match your fly, but you can't let a guy help your fly.
Yeah, basically.
That doesn't make sense because a lot of these
Yes.
designers are men.
Yes.
A lot of women are being
Right.
dressed by, rest in peace,
Virgil.
Virgil is dressing a lot of you guys.
Right.
A
Oh,
lot of
yeah.
these Ralph Lauren is dressing you guys. So these are men. You can't act like men don't know how to dress
Tommy
women.
Hilfiger.
We know how to
Tommy
dress
Hilfiger.
women. We know what you good looking, trying to look good for us. So I don't know. You need to.
So you're gonna be rebellious if I buy
Yeah.
you a nice outfit and say we should wear this? You're gonna be like, nah.
Pretty much. That's
Basically,
they're
yeah.
not
I mean-
changing.
What?
They're pretty firm on this.
Basically, yeah,
Right.
basically.
She was like, yeah.
Yeah,
I like the look too.
basically,
You're
like,
like, yeah.
For the
I'm not
record,
wearing that.
I have never even ever considered trying to
Yeah, me neither.
dress or have my girl match me. Like that's
Because
just,
see, sometimes we're very
I
particular
don't do
about
it,
what
but
we
my-
wear,
my
what we
fiancé
like.
asks for it
You
sometimes.
may like, let's say my favorite color is blue, and it looks good on me.
I love blue.
But then you go buy orange or some weird color, and we're like, no, you're not dressing
Maybe
me
we're
like.
trying to get
some-
outside the box. Maybe
some
trying to show you
weird-
things.
Yeah. So no.
okay.
I would-
What if
I
you
like,
okay?
man-
So, but what if you dating a rapper though, and he got a clothing line or whatever? Like you dating
Like
Diddy.
Kanye.
You
Kanye's
wearing
a
Sean-
fashion
you wearing Sean
icon.
John, if he lacing you with like nice Sean John, but it's
Like
it's gonna
full
be
suede
matching
Sean
his.
John suits. Like
Not a suit, but just whatever. But you matching Diddy. You going to the Miami party at his house.
yeah.
Are you saying no to his
I
clothes?
have to have a say.
I would. Yeah. I would probably be the same way
That's
too.
what's up, independent sisters.
I want
Yeah.
to. Okay. I want to see
Yeah.
this happen. I want to see this happen in real
It's good for these
time.
ladies
Diddy,
turning down Diddy. And these niggas.
Well, not knowing what you
Listen
may,
to
may or
that.
may not know about Diddy. I'm just saying, like,
I mean,
Diddy got money. You know, he's a fashion. He got all this stuff going
Yeah.
on, and he's like, I'm gonna do this. You're gonna be like, nah, I'd rather not.
She's not gonna say it like
Yeah,
that,
I'll
but
be
she's
like,
just gonna, you know.
I don't want to wear that. That's what you're saying.
yeah,
I don't want to
probably
wear
like-
that.
I'm not
I'm
feeling
not really
Sean
feeling
John.
like that.
I'd rather wear Fat Farm. Is that what you're gonna do?
Like-
I appreciate the
Fat
honesty. I would love to see it happen if like we could get no. Did he hear face to face?
So you've never tried to coordinate with
Never. I don't care
wow.
for it at all.
And what about you and Kim?
We do cutesy
No.
shit like this. That's why
You
we're
guys
a
do-
Disney ass couple.
Yeah,
Like,
I was gonna say you guys do.
we
They
that.
don't
do the
like it
matching
for
stuff.
me.
My girl likes to do the
I'm,
matching stuff.
yeah, I'm not like I don't go out of my way to be like we should match, but like she says that she's like we should match, and I'm like all right, so we'll buy an outfit together. Like, but it'll be like a mutual
Like,
thing.
I
Like
just
we're
fe-
both getting an outfit that we both like consent. Like if she's like, oh, wear this one, I'm like, no, I'm not wearing that. Like
I just for
vice
the
versa.
first time embraced a onesie. And
Oh yeah, the
same match.
Christmas. Yeah, the
Oh,
guys
my
in the
God.
Christmas
onesie, I did
matching.
the Christmas one.
onesie.
Yeah, took
Yeah.
the pictures. Like the first time in life.
Have you ever invested in a romper?
In a romper.
What's a romper?
So it's like a onesie, but it's shorts. It's like you get like a thing, but it's just shorts.
Nah.
Do you remember that? That was a trend, wasn't it?
It was a trend
I
like
don't
2-3
remember that
years ago,
trend.
like 3 years ago.
Yeah, everybody was
Guys
wearing
started
rompers.
wearing them, then it became like a whole thing on social media. Then the people who were wearing them were like, "Nah, we can't wear this no more."
No, I did the onesie, the PJ set, and
the PJs, yeah.
maybe I think like at a '90s outfit we did
As long as
overalls.
it's cute, wear it. There you
Oh,
go.
okay.
You know, but like I've never had the desire. I'm not a big fashion person, so like I'm not a big dress up. So it's like I would never even if I'm not even that stylish when it comes to me at
Yeah.
times. But so I'm definitely not gonna try and put that on her.
Oh,
I
okay.
am.
Yeah, it's
I'm
just
gonna throw a twin party just because.
you like to do
Yeah.
that?
I just like dressing up, just in general.
Right,
But like,
you do
yeah.
like to dress up.
And my thing is like it's more of like I said, it's a compromise. Like if my fiance's
Mm-hmm.
like, hey, I want to dress like twins today, I'd be like, yeah, I guess we just like twins today. Like as long as I'm cool with the outfit though, I'm just gonna like put this
Right,
on.
yeah, I won't wear
Yeah.
any clothes. So
Like-
I
I
can
was
say
gonna
no
say-
for sure. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
just do this to please you. Fuck.
Right.
What about you, Nick?
Hell no, he wouldn't.
Hell no.
All the
You got
time.
me fucked
Oh,
up,
yeah?
homie.
All
Oh,
the
you
time.
really? You match?
All the time. Either it's outfit or color. We always either rock the same color,
Wow.
or if we happen to
Really?
have
See?
like the same hoodie or something, we throw the
I
same
didn't.
hoodie
I didn't
on.
see that coming for
didn't
you,
see-
Nick.
yeah.
I expected
I'm
more.
Wow.
I'm a team player, man. I got a team, man. I rock
So I
with my
said the
team.
Mel
It
Robbins
makes
was all the
sense. He doesn't
craze.
celebrate
That's it,
holidays,
Right.
I'm
but he
rocking-
celebrates his woman.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there
Absolutely.
you go.
You
Yeah.
gotta celebrate something, right?
We got you, Nick. We got you
Okay,
figured
Nick.
out.
That's the thing.
Okay.
Like
Team play over here, baby.
it
Team
is.
player over there.
Matter of fact, we just recently we got some 80s Adidas suits. We probably gonna start rocking.
All right, Run DM. Will.
Yeah, literally the same
Uh-oh.
outfits. So like
Run D.
Run DM Will, hilarious. Or you can run and DM Will. I'm like,
Don't you go hear that?
it'll probably be her. Like,
It'll probably be her.
she got DM slap security on my.
Are you
She's
serious?
like,
No.
excuse me, who is that? Are you serious?
Could you
I'll be
imagine?
like, really?
Like if a girl just DM me, her face pops up. No, you didn't.
Right.
Like,
Somebody's gonna invent an app for that. You should have wrote
We
that.
got it.
Keep that. Tuck that in. There.
it's probably already
That's a
out
money
there.
maker
But yeah.
right there.
You
Could
can
you
worry about
imagine
that.
if you could put yourself on your man's phone, so every time a chick tries to DM, your thing comes up to block? Like,
Well, some girls do that, and it's not even like
Yeah.
it's an app. They just with them at all times.
oh,
For real.
Hey,
So-
like,
Yeah.
let me see.
Or
that.
they get that phone,
Who's messaging
get the
you?
face.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
that
usually-
cracks
I know
me
about
up.
that.
Spanish woman from the Bronx.
You know
But,
about that?
Yeah, the whole.
You're not gonna.
you
No, we're not
know?
gonna get that on
Uh-oh.
Spanish woman from the Bronx. That's just
I'm
women.
teasing. I'm teasing. I'm teasing. I'm teasing.
Ed knows about
I
that.
know about that.
What, the security
The face
thing?
ID?
Somebody
Yeah.
use your face ID?
You got-
Gemma.
Some
got-
people, I know people with some fast hands. You know, they go, they go, and then they got it unlocked. You know.
Catch a
Man, there's so many like ways to get past it. Like the face, like, oh, you got face code? Oh, okay, you be sleeping.
Yeah.
It'd be all kinds of
Y'all
Couldn't
wake up,
imagine
y'all.
somebody holding my eye open just
I
for that.
know.
You know what freaked me
Oh,
out
okay.
is the
Remember
positioning.
Major Pain? Could you imagine?
Oh, yeah.
When he was switching with his eyes wide open. I need to go watch that movie. That movie's so funny.
That's a classic.
That's one of
Oh
my
my God,
favorite
that's funny.
characters.
Major
Like,
Pain.
well, yeah, like when you talk about like character actor, that's one of my favorite characters. Like,
Major pain.
Major Pain.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, that's funny.
maggot. I see it.
What's going on, good folks? We live.
That is too funny. Talk about Tasha?
Oh yeah.
Tasha
go ahead.
K and
Take-
Cardi
take-
B.
take the lead.
Take
okay.
it away.
So, Cardi B won her case against YouTuber Tasha K. In case
Give
anybody
us the
doesn't
backstory of
know.
the case. Yeah.
Okay, she was awarded. It shows a little over $3 million.
What?
Well, give
Yeah.
us the
Okay.
She awarded
backstory.
So,
$3
in
million
case people
over
don't
defamation.
know, Tasha K is a YouTuber, and she has a show called Unwind with Tasha K, which is really good because I used to
What's
well,
up,
I've
Patty
listened
Cake?
to it. She made comments on her show in 2019, and I'll quote what she said. This was her, not me, so I don't want to get no lawsuit from no Cardi B. Cardi B fucking herself with beer bottles on fucking stripper stages, and she contracted
That's
herpes
impressive.
and was a prostitute.
And she's referring to Cardi's
So,
time as a stripper before
she
she
was-
blew
yeah.
up rapping.
So
folks
basically,
if
she
you
was
listen.
going through the whole court case, and then it ended up that Cardi B won.
Mm-hmm.
The ruling was she was found guilty of 2 counts of slander, plus 1 count each of libel and invasion of privacy.
Defamation
And then
of character.
Tasha came out and said, which I'm gonna need Ed to clarify this,
Okay.
is Tasha came out and said the ruling was extremely prejudicial. She called it the machine is watching her.
The machine.
She was saying she
Somebody said a
wasn't
beer
shocked
bottle?
and that a machine that has corporate interest to protect prostitution, drug use, promiscuity,
Sean
and
August
to
is going
glorify
on, brother.
violence that wreaks havoc in our society and in our
Yeah, you two
neighborhood.
out here.
So she claims she was threatened by the machine. She said she won't stop fighting for her rights and for her livelihood and for our First Amendment right as human beings. So my question to you is, AKA the machine.
What is the machine?
Because technically, if you're doing YouTube podcasts, you should be able to use your First Amendment, speak freely.
Well, not if it's
But-
there's laws against slander though. She's
Yeah.
100% right about the machine. We all know the machine. There's many machines
Yeah.
that exist, but here's the thing: you want to be careful. You can't slander or talk about somebody that helps the machine make money. And Cardi helps the machine tremendously. So anybody that helps the machine tremendously, you're gonna
Yeah, to
say something
bypass.
about them that can possibly affect their earnings, which gets the money back to the machine. Yeah, they're gonna get you.
Yeah.
You know, 100%.
And Tasha doesn't have how much money? Was it 3 million?
It was a little, close
All
to,
the
Cardi
mach-
sued her
Yeah.
for 4 million.
yeah.
Well,
to
okay,
it. She
it's
won
4
close to
million,
it.
meaning that's what
It was
she.
broken down into like increments and stuff.
Yeah, that means that she
crazy.
feels that that's what the slander might have affected in her earnings.
Good worth. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Because she makes.
It's funny. Invasion of Privacy. That was the name of her first album.
so for real, yeah, she's
That's
the
wild.
machine exists. So she knew the machine exists. She shouldn't have never ever. You know.
Right.
Consequences for going hard
Yeah.
at the top, dog.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
Yeah.
Even at Cardi, I was like, she's all over the news, all over the media.
Jeez, 4 million
Yeah.
though. That means that they're gonna be garnishing whatever earnings that she makes for a while. First, they're gonna probably take her shit.
Yeah.
She's gonna have to file
Well,
for
she
bankruptcy.
said she was gonna go take it to the Supreme Court.
They're not
or
gonna
try
care.
to.
Well, they're not gonna care. They're
they
gonna be
they
like,
work with the machine.
They work with the machine. That's a part of the machine. They're not gonna care. They'd be like, "Well, did you
Yeah.
say it? Yes or no? Yes, I did. We found that you said it.
They
You
don't even
caused
ask.
damage. There's damages. You know,
They'll be like, so are these the words you said? And they're gonna hold it up, watch her say it.
for them
Oh,
to
yeah,
come up with
from
that
the
number,
YouTube, yeah.
for them to come up with a number of over 3 million, and this happened back in 2018.
2019.
2019, that means they spent what 2-3 years calculating what the actual damages are. And Cardi and her lawyer didn't factor or calculate those damages. It was Cardi, her lawyer, and the record label's lawyers.
Right.
And she's under a very large machine. They're gonna say, yeah, that's right. Look, here's where the numbers are
You
affected.
can't jack up our brain.
You know?
Like,
Here's where the numbers are affected, and this is what it's worth. And yeah, and for the judge to have a ruling on it, that means that that's the actual number. She, you know, if Cardi wasn't big, then the number wouldn't be as big.
Right.
You know, if she was
Obviously,
like a
but
Now,
small time artist.
would it
That's
make
the
a
revenue
difference if Tasha K wasn't that big either? I mean, I don't know. You know,
Well, then it
No,
would.
it would.
This
on
would
If
the
she
other
was
hand-
smaller,
then.
if she was smaller, because they're gonna calculate how many subscribers you have and
Right.
all that.
Oh, okay.
If she was smaller, then they'd be like, okay, these are the damages she
Maybe they could have
has.
settled out of court.
Right.
Maybe it could have been a small thing.
It probably wouldn't have as much
$5,000.
impact either because. there
But if
wouldn't have
she
been that
has a
many
big
people.
channel and you
Right.
reached a lot of people
Yeah.
and a lot of people heard it, they're gonna calculate those
That
damages.
matters.
Yeah.
It would
And
definitely
they're
would've been at
constantly
5,000.
watching
Yeah.
metrics for artists.
All they care about is metrics. They don't care about the product or how good something is. It's just about a number. Is it reaching these numbers or not?
Yeah,
It's not,
when
then
they
you
see
can't
the
rock with it.
metrics, they're gonna say, "Yeah, here's the metrics. Here's the bottom line. Here's the deduction, and that's it. You're done. You're done." And who's she under? She's under what's her label? What label she's under right now?
Cardi, I think she was still with Atlantic.
She's still in Atlantic,
Right.
right? So yeah, Atlantic is.
Oh, she's under CAA.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's the agency, but not
I know
the
that, but that all plays a factor
That all
into the
plays a
machine.
big
Like,
factor.
that's still that's
Yeah.
still part of the machine. And that judge is probably friends with the top guy at Atlantic. He's like, and he's saying, "Yeah, look, this is what it's affecting us. Give it a minute."
It's a grimy
Yeah.
game, man.
that's crazy.
So
not
does
grimy.
does she not have herpes then?
Oh, I don't know.
At
I
one
don't
point,
think
maybe she
so. Cardi, you
Right.
good in my book. I don't think you have it. You don't have it.
I mean,
I don't think you
I'm about
have
to say,
it.
rather
Okay.
she
don't
do
have
it
it.
dope.
Okay.
Yeah,
well, like I said,
she-
we're not
she
talking
has no
about
impact
now.
on my
We're
life.
talking about Cardi 2012, 2013,
Yeah.
her stripper
She
days.
don't have it.
Y'all know, you know firsthand. Like, you was in there. You
He
was down
like-
there. You saw.
I'm
Like-
Team
Like,
Cardi.
You saw her dancing at
Okay.
Sue's Rendezvous?
Man.
You must have been
My friend knew her even before when she had
Yeah.
the chip teeth and before she had her breast done.
yeah.
Yeah.
My boy knew her.
Listen, she was founded by so that's my people.
The
so.
streets found her.
Huh?
The streets.
No, she was founded by Luna, remember?
Well, yeah, but
Okay,
she
so-
loved on
My
Instagram and then
people.
went to Love and Hip Hop. Yeah.
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 So Cardi, go get your money. That girl owes you money. Can't be talking
Tasha
about
can't
Cardi.
pay that
Don't
off.
be
She don't
talking
got
about
$4 million.
Cardi,
Huh?
Tasha don't got no $4 million.
But they're gonna garnish it. They're gonna garnish
Some
it.
way. They're going to get it.
Yeah.
Let's take it. If she has a big account that's growing, they're gonna get their money.
They're gonna keep getting
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
She's not gonna be able to do anything.
She's going to have to work it off.
Yeah.
Right.
They're gonna
Some
garnish her money.
percentages. We're gonna take 50%
Yeah.
of your wages.
Dang. Now, do you think that was excessive amount?
No,
You don't think so?
that's the problem. If you go after a big artist, that's worth
And
a
it
lot of
affects
money.
their money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
there's damages.
Because you got to think about how much money you're actually messing up. Like if you mess with
Yeah.
somebody that's smaller, you may be able
Yeah.
to get away with the 50,000.
She should have said that
Yeah.
about
You know?
exactly. She should have said that about a smaller artist. Maybe it wouldn't be 3 million, but it's a major artist connected with too much stuff, too many endorsements.
Brother,
Yeah.
Porter, how you doing?
And you know what
Right
they're probably
about
gonna have do? They're gonna probably, because there's damages and whatever contracts that Cardi has, she's gonna have to probably pay, because she's probably in a contract where she has to keep her image clean for whatever endorsements or sponsorships she has.
Right.
So
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, so she's probably gonna end up paying those companies that she has endorsements and sponsorships with, and then she's recouping it from her.
Yep.
She's gonna recoup it from her.
Vicious cycle.
Dang.
Yeah,
That's
it's
crazy.
crazy.
So everybody want their piece.
Dang.
I gotta
Lawyers made out great.
For sure.
Yeah.
Right.
For sure.
That's what I be thinking about.
Lawyers,
You know how
man.
many billable
yeah.
hours there were in the past 2 years?
Oh my God, I didn't even think
You
about
know?
that. 3 years.
That tab. Stay
If you
money.
feel the
Yeah,
numbers
real
were fair,
good.
call in 818-914-4087 if you felt those numbers were fair.
Yeah. Those numbers were fair.
Anybody have a
Were
Lifetime?
fair.
Anybody hype for this Janet Jackson documentary that's coming out
Yes.
It's on Lifetime?
tomorrow?
Yes. I cannot wait
Janet.
to see it.
I'm gonna say this.
He said,
I would love. I'll
They put
watch
you on
it,
Lifetime,
of course.
Janet?
But
She
just,
did this. She agreed
I
to it.
can't
She
get with
agreed
the
to
Lifetime.
Lifetime?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's like she's behind it. She's
Yeah,
gonna talk in
she's
front of the
doing the
camera
whole
and shut
thing, yeah.
on everything.
That means it's all going to be lies.
Hilarious.
It's all gonna be
Well,
I
live.
can't
already
do
what's coming out is
Lifetime.
that she said that Michael would call her like a pig and like whatever
See?
when she'd have
Lies.
weight gain, like when she gained weight.
He's not even here to defend himself.
Pig. You think he really said that? No, he didn't say that.
Janet, I think you're
Jenny,
Jenny.
bloated.
Janet, I'm going to start calling you Pepper because you look like a pig. No, I don't think he said that.
You can't
Janet
imagine that.
Jackson, we're about
No.
to shoot.
The
Janet,
bass.
can you please calm down? There's this album I want you to do called Scream, and I really need your stomach to look good for the scene.
I don't think he did that.
Well, I'm really curious to watch it because Janet
Yeah. I'm gonna
watch it, of
quiet
course.
about a lot of stuff. Like I know we're
I
gonna hear
will
more
love
about the
Janet.
Super Bowl incident that really changed the course of her career because
And
she never
JT's.
recovered from that PR disaster.
With Justin Timberlake?
When
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake pulled her,
That's
ripped her
not
titty
true.
off,
She look in terms of the artist that she was revered as pre and post, she never was the same. Like whenever she would come out with an album and her music, it did not hit the same after that scandal because of the bad press she got from that.
No, she's blaming that. At that time, she was already old. She was getting older and new
Doesn't
artists.
matter. You don't know how
No, she's
long
Janet
somebody's
Jackson.
run.
She's still good,
she was
though.
still making good
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
I'm just saying she didn't like whenever she would come out and present it would never hit the same because of just how she was not like she was just looked down upon. Like she was judged, she was scrutinized,
and that kind of sucks.
and
Yeah.
his career he kept
he
thriving.
got the boost.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That was on his first album.
And that's
She
another
was-
trendy thing.
She was a vet.
White dude, black
I will never
woman,
forget
like-
watching that.
Yeah, Have You Naked by the end of the song.
That was
Yeah.
staged.
I was like, wait,
was
what?
good.
It was not. It was, but not what he was supposed to do. There was a stage thing of something, but he went like he took off some extra
Yeah.
shit.
Oh.
It wasn't, but she wasn't trying to show titty like that.
Nah, first
You
of all,
did- what
Nick,
you
she wasn't trying to show
Nick,
titty
I
like
don't
that. Nick,
think-
don't
I
make that
don't
face.
know.
But it was
I don't know.
covered with
But
something.
she
There was a
never-
It
red
was
thing
a-
on
yeah,
it.
there
If she
was
had a
like a
pasty on
star.
there,
There was a
that
ring.
It was
There
like
was
a
a-
star.
No,
No,
there was
it
something
like
on it.
sticky.
She had a
It was
pasty on.
sticky pasty
But the pasty
star,
wasn't supposed
yeah.
to come off like that.
No, but there was
Yeah.
The paste. There was a pasty.
But there was a
there.
pasty
You'll
on
see
it.
Pasty.
tomorrow night on Lifetime, January 28th.
Hold on, we got a caller. We got a
Caller.
caller.
I think what you're saying is the paste. Hold on, Vernon, hold up. Vernon, hold on. I think she had a pasty on there, right? But,
Yeah.
but
If
what
you
I'm
have a
talking
pasty on,
about
that means
is
it was planned.
she had a metal thing around her nipple.
Right.
Yeah. That
means
Janet
it was-
had likes to have her
Yeah,
nipples
she had her
pierced.
nipples pierced.
She did.
Okay.
No, guys,
Okay.
that thing was staged.
It was not staged, bro. Why would
Okay.
why would one of the biggest superstars in music
Burn.
stage and
Biggest stage in music?
on the biggest stage in music stage
Uh-huh.
a stunt where you're exposing your nipple to America, to the world?
For popularity,
But she
for
had a
friends.
pasty
There's
on.
no
But
such
she had
thing
a
as
How would that
pasty on.
work out
PR.
in your favor if you're exposing your nipple and then you're supposed to help you sell records?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the trajectory of her music
I
before
think
that
it was
happened?
planned.
That's the thing. It was already going.
She's still
Go ahead,
on par with one of the biggest sellers in the world.
She
She
was.
was.
Yeah,
I
she was
was
still
going to
one of the biggest
concerts,
artists
yeah.
at that time.
So
Yes.
so that thing with her and Justin Timberlake, I don't know if it was a setup. I don't know what it was, but what I do know is that Justin got real right real quick. He
Yeah.
got real white real quick.
Never spoke
Yeah.
out.
When
Never
they was
said
like,
anything.
Well, this ain't good. Well, hey, I'm white. You need to leave me alone. I'm stepping away from this shit.
He said, "I'm
And then
sorry."
They jumped on her.
Did
you Yeah. look at
Janet different, Vern, after
I like Justin Timberlake. Yeah.
No,
See?
Janet Jackson is Janet Jackson regardless.
Right.
She's
Miss
done
Jackson, if you're
great
nasty.
all her career, and it's just that
All
white
of it.
America.
White
does not
America,
take
she
the
lost that
fact
pop
of a
star.
black woman
Yeah.
showing her body on national TV.
Yeah, that counts.
I think it was I think it was a setup, and then it was a
Thanks,
miscalculation. It was a miscalculation on the record label's
Oh,
part on what the response would be. I think that's what it
And
was.
she would not show a titty
Yeah.
to sell records or whatever like that. That's not. You're not gonna do that. Even Madonna ain't show a titty. If Madonna ain't show a titty, why would Janet have to show a
Did
titty?
she not? Well, I mean, she did a little. She did the combs.
I mean, in
and
the
shit,
Madonna
but
didn't show
videos,
titty?
you know.
I feel
Not
like
like
Madonna,
that.
I feel like Madonna, well, not on the biggest stage
Not
in the
on
world,
that.
but yeah.
But
Not-
I think
not on
if
a
she did
Super
it
Bowl
now,
performance.
I don't think people would be shocked now.
I can't. I
I
can't wait
think
for
it was
this doc.
a different time. So now with everything,
If she did it now,
it's
it probably
been
would have
open.
hyped her career.
I don't think people would be surprised
I
Oh,
think she
from
should.
Janet.
if she did it now.
No.
If somebody
She would
did
do
it
it now.
now,
No.
I'm just saying.
But if
it's
she did it
different
now, I
time.
think she would have
She's
a.
55. What's
She would do
mean-
it. Everything would be great if she did it now.
If she did,
No.
Just because of the way social media works, people would have hyped that
Yeah.
shit up.
That's not gonna
it
help.
would. It might be different.
That was an
yeah.
embarrassing. That was an
No, I'm
embarrassing.
just
You
saying,
think
like-
she was embarrassed?
I'm talking about
Dude,
the star statue.
She was
yeah.
absolutely embarrassed, bro.
I don't know.
How could you
That's
not
hard
see
to
that?
say.
I don't know. What
That's
did
tough.
she had a star on it, right?
She did.
Yeah, there was
would
a
put her-
pasty.
That's
Because
what I'm
she had-
saying. You don't
And
put a
then when
pasty
it
on
ca-
unless
yeah.
you're like
Yeah.
not planning it.
That
If it
that's
was
what makes
full
make sense.
nipple,
If it was just if she had a
I
nipple
don't think
all
I
And
the way-
wanna
you could
see
still see
Ed
the
pull his
breast
nipple.
when he exposed it.
breast don't mean that. If it was the full nipple, then I'd
If
be
she had
like,
her
oh
nipple straight
shit,
out, then I'd be like,
oh
oh
shit,
shit, it's a
Justin
titty.
fucked up. But it was
He's
covered.
still fucked up.
No, man.
Watch the documentary. We gonna talk about
go-
this
we
next
go-
week.
But
That
it's
don't
Lies,
even seem like
lies.
Justin. I'm be honest with you. That
It's
doesn't seem like
Lifetime,
Justin
it's
Timberlake's
lies.
character to do that unless
Listen,
it was
y'all,
planned.
I'm going
I
with
don't-
Ed, bro.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, because
what
there
I'm
was a
saying.
star.
Bro,
Yes.
There was a star on it.
You can't tell me that shit wasn't planned.
It was planned.
Like
it
she
was
knew,
planned,
yeah.
and then the response.
It was not supposed to be.
And
be
how did he
exposed the way
know
it
how to
was.
pull it?
And
Like, how did
Justin's
he
not
know
the-
where to
Because
pull
they
it?
were
Justin's
supposed
not
to.
And how
type of
come it
artist.
came right off? Like it came off
right,
too
right,
perfect.
perfect.
Like
Yeah.
it was.
Do you see how
Velcro.
quick she looked down after he did that? That's because it wasn't.
probably
He wasn't
thought
supposed to
about it.
expose
It
that
looked
much.
acted. It was like he pulled it. It looked choreographed. He pulled it, and then
It
she was
was
like,
choreographed.
"It was choreographed."
Bro. Y'all need help.
If
Y'all
it
are-
was nipple,
Y'all are so
look,
insensitive
if it was
to my-
nipple,
to
and then she
Janet
was just
Jackson.
like this,
I like Janet.
go off of me.
okay.
Dead.
What do you have to gain from
nipple
him
ring?
doing that?
Because this is how record labels do their shit. You
No,
know?
that was an
wanna
accident.
shock and
That
awe. The
was not
Jacksons
supposed to happen.
especially.
You're losing me there.
The
but I can
Jacksons
agree that this was
especially,
staged.
they're all about shock and awe. And like,
That's
you
not
know,
true. Only Latoya did some foul shit with her body, like taking nude pictures
all of
and
them.
whatever.
Because she needed
That's
some
not
exposure
true.
for herself.
all of them are.
Rebe quiet, Tito quiet,
yeah.
Jackie quiet,
No, no.
Marlon
Marlon
quiet,
quiet.
Jermaine still
quiet.
shiny.
Yeah,
but
Jermaine ain't
quiet.
quiet. Yeah.
Still
No, but
shiny.
they do different things. Let me do something weird and quirky that may shock people just to get them
Nah,
talking.
Let's get
that's not
serious.
Janet, man.
I don't know.
But see, Janet in her career though, like even things with like her album covers and things, she's
Yes,
done like
sexuality
provocative
is
things.
why she is a
already
little
had
provocative.
That's
She
what I'm
was.
saying. That's why
So
this
then
doesn't
why was
surprise
there a
me.
star on her
This doesn't
nipple?
surprise me.
There's a star on her nipple.
Maybe
The
she
Star of
just started
David
on
was
her
on her
nipple.
nipple. What is that about?
She's not Jewish, Ed. It was
Oh,
American
I'm sorry.
science.
It just,
Star
I mean,
was Jew-
I'm just looking at the legit. Like it doesn't make sense. Like Justin Timberlake's not the type of artist that would do that unless it was told. He,
I agree. Look, here we go. I agree.
And it's
There was a
piercing.
rehearsed move.
Huh?
It's a piercing.
No way. Let me see.
It's a
Let me-
piercing.
It
It
is?
wasn't a
Let me
star.
see.
That's
No,
the
no,
thing.
no,
I'll tell
so
you.
it's a
It's a star and a piercing.
it's a star, right? If you can imagine like a sun,
Uh-huh.
and the middle's hollow, right? And so she puts that over the nipple, but then she put a piercing through the nipple
Through-
to keep that
hold on, I
on.
gotta see
Yeah.
this.
So it's,
So that's
So it's
planned.
actually
Here's
part
but
of
here's
her.
what I'm
It's like
saying.
her little,
I agree. It
jewelry.
was there was some sort of move to be
So it's
had,
like her jewelry.
but that was
See
not. It was not supposed to be
that bar
exposed
right
to that
there?
extent.
See the bar?
It wasn't supposed to be exposed to that extent.
So it's her jewelry.
definitely some nipple in there.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like you saw that.
Yeah, I think they planned this. They might have played. They
They
planned
did not plan this.
I think they planned it.
Planned
They did
it,
not plan to
bro.
expose that much. There was definitely supposed to be a little takeoff, but not like that.
But why? To expose the red that was there? What was that
What
gonna
they-
do?
I don't
red-
know.
What was that gonna
I
do?
don't
Let
know.
me show half the
What was
titty.
that
Find out
do?
tomorrow on Lifetime.
Maybe she
Hilarious.
just got it and she wanted to
Yeah,
show
but
it
it's a
off.
lie. Lifetime is gonna be a lie, and the Jacksons lie too much. You don't believe anything that come out of their mouth. They lie about everything. So if she went with Lifetime and said, "Let me write this thing for you,"
Because
and then
Lifetime-
you're gonna put it on, and we're gonna sell it
They
cheap,
decided to produce the special.
huh?
I know.
Lifetime
I know.
biopics
That's what I'm
never
saying,
do what
they're
they're supposed to
lying.
do.
No, it's not a Lifetime biopic. It's a Lifetime documentary.
Documentary.
She's
Yeah.
involved with the
Lies.
documentary.
She's involved
It's
in
not
it,
like
yeah.
the Aaliyah biopic or whatever.
Man.
Oh yeah,
I
that
couldn't
was
even
that
get
was
through
the
that.
worst.
Which is filled with inaccuracy. People who
Yes.
just did the movie without their approval. Janet
What was it on? It was on
that was the
Lifetime.
worst.
It was on Lifetime. I think it
Yeah,
was
it
on
was
Lifetime.
worse. That was the
TLC one
worst.
too, right?
This is
She put it on a
documentary style,
thing.
though.
She let it go on a thing where she knows 10 years from now, like people are gonna be like, "Yeah, but it was Lifetime. How accurate could it be?" You know?
No, if you're involved, nobody's questioning the accuracy.
Huh?
If you're involved,
If you're
and you're
involved,
producing and you're
yeah.
She's
the
the
Right.
Jacksons always change their mind. They're gonna say, "No, I was never on that. I never approved this. I don't know what you're talking. Where's my name?
She's
Is my
gonna make
name on
Jackson
it?"
big
Nah,
enough
she
right
watches.
now.
She has
Her
final
name's
say,
on
bro.
it, yeah.
Huh?
She watches it. She
Right.
has
Her
final
name's
say.
not on it.
She's promoting
Of course
it.
it's on it.
Her name is on it, and she's
Yeah.
gonna be in there. She's
been
doing
promoting it
interviews.
And she's
everywhere
the
on her
biggest
IG,
Jackson.
everything.
It's still relevant. Like,
She's
I don't
like-
know.
Ed,
Don't trust the Jacksons anyway.
Oh
They're
my
all
God.
liars.
all right, all
I
right.
love you guys, but you guys
hey
are
man, I
liars.
love the Jacksons.
I don't know how much you love them. If you,
I know.
They're liars. All of them are lying.
You see,
From the
this
skin
guy said,
bleaching,
"I love the Jacksons."
vitiligo.
They're
You
liars,
guys
but I
believe
love the
he had
Jacksons.
vitiligo? Michael? I love you, Mike. I'm
Yes.
sorry. But you
Yeah,
believe he
I
had it?
do.
yes,
I do.
It's a lie. He did it.
there's pictures and like proof to show like when.
I'm pull it
when he
up,
has
Nick.
spots.
I don't believe it.
He didn't have no film.
Yeah, thank you. He didn't have no vitiligo. I don't know anybody who had vitiligo that completely turned white. Do you guys know anybody that happened to?
Do you know anybody who has vitiligo that has that much money?
I know. Yeah, I know. I know.
yeah.
I have a comic friend who has vitiligo, and
And
like,
he went completely?
she's not completely white, but she has a lot of spots that have changed her
I was
complexion
gonna
since I've known her. And it's only actually she only started
somebody with
experiencing
vitiligo.
it. Well, at least where you could see it in her face like 5 years ago.
Maybe he did
We
it
had
to
somebody on the
even
show
out
that had
his,
vitiligo.
That's what he says.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't
Because he
think
did
he
all
had.
those treatments.
Pull pictures. Yeah, his pictures out there.
There's early
no pictures.
pictures of his vitiligo where you could see like
I actually have
his on his
vitiligo.
hands
I'm
and
actually a lot
stuff.
darker than I come off.
Yeah, I'm
You
looking
have
at.
vitiligo?
Shut up.
I'm looking at that.
How
right
did you
now,
get
Nick.
that? Nick just
Talking about his dick. Oh my
I'm a
god.
lot darker than I come off.
Let me tell you, this is not supposed to be on this week's conspiracy, but I'm going to tell you what happened with Mike.
Oh my
Okay.
god. I don't want. I'm not ready for this, man.
Yeah.
Listen, they didn't expect
Alright,
Mike
bullshit.
to blow up so big. But what happened with Mike,
How?
they didn't expect it. What happened with Michael was that TV broadcast was changing. Remember, they weren't letting him get on a lot of the. I think he had an issue. They weren't letting him on MTV. They weren't
he
letting
spoke out about MTV not having black artist videos.
They weren't, and
He
the
broke- he
labels
broke
were
the
not
barrier.
funding black artists to have
Yeah.
videos. So Michael had that thing where he did the moonwalk, and it was
Motown
being
25.
on TV broadcast. And at that time, TV broadcast was changing, and it was nationwide. So Michael only blew up because that moment happened, and white folks weren't expecting it to happen.
Along with the music and his fanfare, and also just him peaking
Yeah.
at the right time. A lot of things
And
came
on top
together
of
at
him
the right
being
time.
talented as
Lot of
fuck.
So
Like,
I think eventually what happened was they saw shit, he's big, yeah, he's gonna make a ton of money. We can't stop that train. So now we gotta get in his head. And I think what ends up happening with Mike is they kind of messed with his head, and then eventually, dang, his success is supposed to be for a white person. We're gonna have to change his color soon. So I think they got into his head and then eventually made him change his color. That's
don't
my
believe-
theory.
I agree with
believe
Ed.
It's one of
Thank
your
you.
worst conspiracies
That's
ever.
that's
agree.
what happened.
You agree?
100%.
That's what
Man,
happened.
get out of my studio. now.
Because there's money.
I agree,
It's
bro.
money. There's so much money being lost for him blowing up when they weren't expecting it to happen.
But why would they
his
kill
best
him?
album was Thriller.
Why they kill him? He
Well, they killed him
owned.
'cause he got
He
his rights.
owned his own masters, and he had enough money. I think he
He
was
even
looking
owned-
to
he owned
buy
the Beatles.
Sony.
Oh yeah,
He
He was
owned the
looking
Beatles
to buy
masters,
Sony
too.
out.
And this is crazy.
Yeah.
I just watched that video that you're talking about, Mike performing that show, right?
Yeah.
The one
Yeah.
Motown 25.
Right, and you know what hit me after I watched it? I said, damn, if Mike stayed black, he wouldn't have been that big.
Thank you.
Because you can tell if you watch that, that's the first time he ever did the moonwalk,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
Him, yeah.
this is Michael Jackson, like
Doing
all
Billie
the
Jean.
essence of Michael Jackson,
Yep.
right? The
The
crowd is
blackest
not.
he ever was.
Nobody's passing out, bro. Nobody's acting like bananas, and it's weird to me that after that show, when he starts going white,
'Cause he
people
went
start
white.
passing out and shit.
Exactly.
He was like during the bad
also,
album.
he was touring
They got
international
into
by
his
then. He
head.
never like.
No,
Yeah.
bro. Watch those concerts, bro.
I watched the Motown
Yeah.
one.
The passed out shit was
You talking
all
about the
it was
Bad
all
tour?
It was all a setup. You
That's,
can
that's
see,
when he first went light skin was
you
the
can
bad.
see
Yeah.
that I agree with Ed that they tried to
Yeah.
hype him up as a white superstar.
It's
reason.
hard to say because you're saying it post like
Yeah.
as he's getting bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he
He's
was
just
he was,
taking
he was
off like
gonna
a
get
rocket.
big
No.
no matter
He
what.
gonna-
He was gonna
yeah.
get big no matter
No.
what.
That, man.
Yeah.
He was gonna
No.
get big no matter what.
The reason,
Yeah.
the
Beat
same.
it. Come on now.
It put him on a
Beat
bigger
it.
level when he did that
No.
performance for sure.
What I'm saying is the same reason
Thriller's
why
the most-
they
they,
already try to get you.
the same reason why the
Come
same reason
on.
why they wanted to lighten his skin is the same reason why Trump became president. Because you guys are forgetting that there's still a lot of white folks in white America that are very racist.
Oh, yeah, plenty.
So his trajectory, I think, in my opinion, the record label saw, shoot, he's got a lot of these white people that don't care. He's got the black folks. He's got the other minorities. But we got a problem in the middle of the country. We're not going to be able to sell this guy to those people, and we got to do something with his skin. And they got into his, and that's
gotta do something.
I think that's what happened because he was not going to be that big. And the thing is that his trajectory was already moving up, and they were invested to a certain point, and they said, well, we got to do something about the rest of the ones, the so-called Trump support,
You
Trump
guys feel
support
about this
types,
calling.
and that's why they got into his head and did that. It's the same reason.
He was a pop child star, R&B star.
He was
Then
not gonna be
broke
that big
out
if he-
solo, and he took his career to another level by strategically performing at Motown 25, launching the moonwalk, by being the guy at that time to be the spearhead for having black artists' music videos played on MTV as cable was new, and broadcast cable was expanding television, and him doing all the endorsements that he did. Like he everything came together at the
That's
right
it.
time.
It did, but
It's
they
a lightning
weren't
in a bottle
expecting
moment.
He
it.
was blowing up no
They
matter
weren't
what.
expecting.
He knew it
Did you
'cause-
watch that documentary? I think Quincy Jones was saying
What's
that.
his name? Jackie said on an interview, he said when we were teenagers, he said Mike used to have these writings on his wall. So it was like people, like vision boards,
Oh,
before
yeah,
vision
yeah.
boards
Right.
were a thing. How Michael said, I'm going to sell 20 million albums and have #1 hits and all these things that he was writing and creating from when he started like becoming a creator.
Yeah.
But he was just with the Jacksons, so he wasn't allowed to do everything that he wanted to do. He said
Yeah.
he was envisioning from himself since he was a teenager. I don't agree that the powers that be said we're gonna mess around with his medication and get him
Right.
white.
I have a question.
What's up?
I don't know this for sure, so it's a question. Does vitiligo affect your hair texture,
Thank you. Does it make you get a perm?
or does it change?
But he wasn't the
your-
only one
does
doing
it
that, though.
change
Yeah,
the-
come on,
okay,
man. Other people had Jerry
everybody-
Does
Curl.
it
They
make
did
you
jerk
tattoo
Hold on,
your
hold on.
lips
Let's
and
answer
your
that question.
eyebrows?
No, that's my question. Does vitiligo affect your hair texture and the shape of your nose? Because if not,
I'm telling you,
we gotta stop pretending like he didn't
do the other stuff.
We're not saying
No.
like we're not
Surgery.
saying
Michael was special.
we're not saying that he
Okay.
See?
that he didn't have
Michael
the
was
lago.
he was
changed
different. He
himself
wasn't like the others.
into a white man. Okay.
Yeah. Here,
Nose, hair texture.
White people
skin.
don't even look like that. He just was something different.
it's sad.
Right.
Here's the thing. It's
He's
sad,
Jewish, we
and
say
I don't
he's
have a
Jewish.
problem with the record labels, but it's sad that there are people in there. You can't deny it, and for us to deny it is it's putting us in a worse position. But you can't deny that there's people in there
you
at the record labels.
That's bit like
The
Mike.
hair.
That's been like Mike.
As you start
Different.
getting that money
That
Michael
one
can do no
picture
and
wrong.
you get to the
there.
top and you
The
have
one
more
with the
leverage
face.
within the company, you can't deny that there's people at the top that are sick. They're just sick. You know, there's
Yeah.
people at the top that are just a
Aight.
little racist, and they're
Aight.
like,
So
"Oh,
which
you
album
know,
sold more, Bad
you know?
or Thriller?
Thriller sold.
Thank
Definitely
you, and he was
Thriller.
black.
yeah,
You know, I saw him once.
Where'd you see
Okay,
him?
so at the American Music Award, I went to it, and it was crazy because my friend that I went with, she was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go do whatever," and I'm like, "They just announced Michael Jackson is in this room right here, and he's coming out. It's $5,000 to go in to meet him.
Wow.
But I'm just gonna wait right here when he walks through, so I can see what he looks like."
What'd you think?
I was like this. I couldn't believe
that's one
like,
person that was starstruck
first
me,
off,
for sure.
I couldn't believe, it's Michael Jackson, and then growing up, loving him and stuff. And then two, I was like, I can't believe he looks like that. Like, I couldn't believe, like,
So you saw his face?
Yeah.
And everything?
The new
And how
face.
like
did he
it
look
the
in
was
new
person?
face.
literally paste, like, it was like, when they show on the pictures and stuff, it's like, like, it didn't look real. Like, he didn't look real, but he waved and just said hi.
My mom got some
you know.
pictures of Michael
What
Jackson.
happened was
But-
there was somebody. I think there was somebody
He
sick
was light skin.
in the
Yeah,
labels
like
there
real-
back then.
Bad Mike.
Maybe a group of them,
Bad
a handful of them, and they got into his head, and that's all that happened. Like,
I
you
wish
know,
to move on from this
I'm
discussion.
telling you, that's what happened, bro.
Y'all ain't gonna be talking about Mike like this.
No, I love Mike.
It's
not
I
his
love
Mike is a
fault.
musical
Mike.
genius.
It's not his
Janet.
fault.
love Mike.
I want to watch Janet's doc, see what she has to say.
Yes.
Right.
See
I
what-
love
on
Janet
everything.
too, boy.
Gotta love Janet.
She's the most
I
popular.
just wish
She's
she
the
was
most popular
concert.
Jackson left.
Yeah.
So she still
Like,
got it going on.
She do, but
Yeah.
she's a liar.
It sure ain't Jermaine.
That is a savage.
He said, but she's a lie.
Yeah, if we ever
Yeah.
in the same room with Janet, I'm gonna say, yo, Janet, this motherfucker think you a liar.
I'll tell it to
You're
her
a liar.
face.
All
I'll
right.
tell her, I said, you're a liar. You said that Tupac
Right.
had AIDS. And
Wait,
She never said
hold on,
that.
wait.
She
Don't
never
be
said
starting
that.
up.
She had him get
Hold
tested.
on.
She had him
Hold
get
on.
tested because
Hold
when they
on.
shot
He
Poetic
all holding a
Justice,
grudge from
she had him
Poetic
get
Justice.
tested. Yep, that she had him get tested. Oh, okay.
oh, okay.
No.
None of that was true. That
He's been holding a grudge this
Holding
long
the
for
grudge
the
over that
90s.
over Poetic
No,
Justice, really? No,
Right.
At
really.
the time, AIDS was just a big thing, and that rumor came out. And what happened was the directors didn't do anything about it because it was helping the movie.
With the publicity.
Yeah, so they just kind of let it just kind of linger out there. But no, that didn't actually happen.
That's
Oh, I'm sorry, Janet. You're still a liar.
still a liar.
All of
Come
your
on.
fans.
All right.
But you
Your whole-
I don't want to
One
hear
more,
it.
one
wait,
more.
what did they do? To
No.
Let me tell you
No.
what they did.
What?
They took, when Michael died, they
guys
took
hear
the
me?
kids to go get haircuts. This is true. They took the kids to go get haircuts, right? They didn't know where to get their haircut.
Michael
Why?
took kids.
They
to get
went and
haircuts?
got their kids' haircut.
Supercuts?
I don't know if it was Supercuts.
Michael took kids to get haircuts.
No, the family did, so they could take the kids to the funeral.
Oh my god.
So they
Oh,
got
there
their
it
head,
is. Got you.
and then they went right after the barber and picked up all the hair themselves. No, they said, no, don't sweep the hair. And they went and they picked up the hair themselves, put it in a bag, and took it with them. Now, why are you doing that? You're
My
doing
mom
that.
did that on my first haircut.
No. They did that so that nobody could take the hair and use it and to make a DNA match on who the real daddy is. Because they're lying. Those aren't his kids. I'm sorry.
You don't believe that the surrogate, that white surrogate he had
You
with
don't
those
believe-
those
yeah.
Those are not his kids, guys.
Vernon
You don't
again?
think Blanket was his kid?
Blanket's not his. None of them are his.
Paris?
Chicago, like Indiana,
Paris.
Jackson,
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Last
Was it Vernon?
Yeah, he was from Indiana. And here's
Indiana.
Gary.
something else that people are forgetting. Michael had self-image issues.
always.
to
Right.
Oh,
begin
yeah.
with.
With himself.
With his
So
skin,
him
he said
getting
acne.
His head is not far-fetched, but he also had self-image issues. So that's why he did all of this stuff to lighten his skin, because he thought that black was wrong. He had issues on that.
Along
They
with
worked
the
him.
acne
I agree
in
with
his
that.
nose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all of these other issues. Then he grew up, and all this other shit was going on with him, and he had all these other issues and all this other good shit going on. So yeah, I mean, it was tragic that he felt that he had to do that to himself. And it's tragic on how he died and why he died, because he died because he was talking too much, because he was telling shit that he wasn't supposed to be telling.
Now, Vernon, do you think
Same thing with
Black
Prince.
Mike would have been as big as White Mike?
More to the point, it would have been scary for Black Mike.
Thank you.
Because they wouldn't know what to do with him. For the simple fact is that when Malcolm X and all these other people of color got power, they said that will never happen again. So therefore, I don't think so. Because when Malcolm in the movie and wherever this was true, when Malcolm told his people, where he lifted up his finger and pointed, and they all walked off. He was like, "Oh, this can." They was like, "Oh, this can never happen again. Black people can't get prominence like this."
So let me ask you this: is 1987 Bad Mike? Is he white, black, light skinned? Which one are we claiming there?
That's Black Mike.
Okay,
That's Black Mike.
so he's white by. We start White Mike by Dangerous, right? The Dangerous album is White Mike from then on.
You know, I mean, I'm gonna put it like this: I don't give a fuck what he did to his skin. The man was black. I don't give a fuck what he
Yeah,
did
of course.
to his
Yeah.
Off top.
Do all this, bleach it, turn it inside out, flip
That's
it, turn it
no,
over.
that's light skin.
The man
He's
was
tan
He's
right
light
there. He's
skinned.
olive.
That's White Mike.
He
Listen,
was black. I don't give a fuck. I mean, his appearance, yes, he was white. But for all right to purpose,
That's tan, bro.
he was black. But I don't know what the fuck them kids is, but we gonna leave that alone.
All right,
they're not his,
Yeah.
Vernon.
This is White.
Yeah.
That's
That's
not
not
Mike's
right.
kids.
that's tan.
You know,
That's 10. He light skinned.
Yeah.
Because he still looked the same.
Let me
He's
tell you
just lighter.
something.
He literally the
Yeah.
same. I'm talking about when he started getting like the nose jobs like heavily. Like
he already had.
I know
the
he, I
had a
know he
few
has
already
no,
by then.
no, he did, but
Yeah.
he still looks like same.
That's,
Like,
see, that's go through the whole Jackson family.
Yeah.
And it's real bad when these people of color get this shit done to their face, and it fucks them up and it makes them look crazy. Like Lil' Kim look like a little Asian woman.
No, I count Dangerous. Dangerous
hair.
Mike as White Mike.
Yeah.
He looks like a light-skinned girl.
That's when they
Thank you.
started making. Like, he wasn't touring. He wasn't
Yeah.
touring to big crowds when he was
Yes,
Black
he
Mike.
was.
No, not to white
Thriller?
crowds.
Yes, he was.
Not to
He
the.
was when
No, but
Thriller?
with Thriller, he already had the Jerry
Thriller.
curl, right?
but he was still black.
Oh, come on.
Thriller when he didn't tour for Thriller, but he did the next year. He
That's what
did
I'm trying
the
to say.
Victory album with his brothers, and then they toured the U.S. together. The last time they toured as the Jacksons was the Victory tour, and that was when
Yeah.
he was still black with the Jerry curl. He was doing the moonwalk. He used to have the whole Pepsi thing.
Yeah, but when he was selling
Yeah.
out to
Got his
those
hair
big,
messed up.
I mean,
when he started
the
doing
big
arenas,
white-
his first world tour was
Okay,
the Bad album.
thank you.
Yeah.
The first solo world tour was Bad album.
The outfit.
That's Black Mike. That's
That's
Thriller.
Black Mike, Thriller.
I still count this one.
All right.
You got a Jerry curl.
You got the curl.
Yeah.
You
He had a
got
curl
the
in Bad.
nose.
But you could have
Bad
a
was
shit.
a longer
Bad.
curl with a part.
Right.
He was getting
literally.
parts because he was hanging out with
Yeah.
niggas.
Right. Because everybody.
Hey
had
man,
parts.
he had blood. Come on, man. He was trying to make peace with the Bloods and Crips, man. You can't say he not black if he's trying to make videos with the Bloods and Crips.
Shout out to
Right.
Yeah.
Mike, man.
Shout out
When
to
he
Mike, man.
found out he
Yeah.
was duped, that's when he started making those controversial videos. When he said, "Oh shit,"
He had dancing Crips in his
yeah.
video.
That's
Man,
when
he's trying to make peace.
But that was way too late. It was way too late by
Who,
that
who else you know got jazz Crip dancers?
Yeah. Dances.
Shout out to
That's
Mike.
funny.
All right. What else we got on?
Anything else?
What else we got
so
on the
we know
docket?
you don't like the Jacksons.
I know. I
No,
love
he
them.
loves them. He loves
Oh,
They're
them.
just
yeah, I
liars.
mean, they're just
They're
liars.
liars. You're lying.
You can't do
You
that.
guys know those
do
are
that.
his babies.
You can't do that.
Oh my bad. Disclaimer:
Oh, yeah,
these are my
disclaimer.
opinions. They don't
These
reflect
are-
Rollout
they do not.
Digital or No Name Podcast. But my opinion: the Jacksons are liars because those are not his babies.
Hey, Miss
I don't
Jackson.
think Tito's ever had to lie to us.
Huh?
Tito has never.
Tito never had to
Tito.
lie.
Yeah.
Didn't
Miss Jackson, I'm still
didn't
nasty.
Tito and one of his brothers share the same woman and had kids?
Yeah, Jermaine and Marlon.
Hilarious.
So Marlon was married to her, had kids, divorced, and then Jermaine got with her
Like
and had kids.
the 5 heartbeats.
5 heartbeats.
On some
Duck and JP.
And I bet they'll lie and say, "Well, she was single." I bet she wasn't. I bet she was still messing with the one, and then they.
Yeah, it's either I know it's Jermaine is the one who
doing?
picked her up after, but I think it's
Lied
either
out
Marlon or Randy who. Yeah.
Well,
That's
but
kinda-
I love
that's
you
kinda
guys.
messed
You guys are great. You guys are great. I buy all your music.
I actually got the majority of my Michael Jackson albums stolen when I was in
Buy
Oakland.
all,
By all the music,
2300
man.
Jackson
He gonna
Street.
be
All
all,
it's beautiful music.
be all
All right, let's go on to
Legendary.
another topic.
Yeah. We can slide. We
You
can
guys
get right
watch
into it.
anything
Is there any
good?
good movies or anything funny popping out right now?
Oh yeah,
No,
what's
Nick.
funny? Anything
What's
going
funny
on?
and what shows we watching?
Was good.
I mean, you was hanging out with Marlon and at the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to Nick, by the way, out here doing, kicking it with
you
Marlon.
know.
Well,
You know.
okay, let me clarify. I had the opportunity to perform with Marlon Wayans.
Oh, you perform with
Yeah.
Marlon
Oh,
Wayans.
so
Even
you
better.
perform.
So
Even
Marlon
better.
is getting ready to do an HBO special where he's presenting other comedians. So shout outs to Tony Baker,
Yeah.
DC Irving, Sidney Castillo,
Yeah.
Esau McGraw, and Shantae Wayans. So
Yeah.
they're all taping sets tomorrow night for part of Marlon's Presents the Headliners. So they were doing some tune-up shows at Irvine. And I happened to go just to go
Nice.
check out the show, and then I ended up getting the chance to go on stage because they needed to fill time. But yeah, that's what Marlon's got going on.
Hey.
So that's not going to be out till later this year, but they're taping it tomorrow night in LA. So
You
shout outs
can't
to
hear anything?
the Wayne's crew. Huh?
That's good.
Yeah. What I can recommend, if you haven't watched Abbott Elementary, it's set in breaking
yeah,
records.
that's the one I need
the
to start
first show
watching.
on ABC to quadruple their ratings over their first 4 episodes. So with
Oh,
each
wow.
episode, the ratings kept getting bigger because the word of mouth, the cooler talk is real with this show. Abbott Elementary by writer, comedian Quinta Brunson.
Yeah.
She was on Black Lady Sketch Show. So this is her. She's leading a sitcom. It's about these
Okay.
teachers
Funny.
who are underfunded in elementary school and just kind of like life stuff. And it's a really
I'm about to
funny.
watch
It's a
it
black
now.
mockumentary series.
Yeah, I'm watching it now.
Yeah, that's been killing it. Abbott Elementary. So
What's
check
it on?
that out.
ABC?
ABC.
Okay.
Shout out to the homie Janelle James. I
have to watch that.
recommend.
It's
Very.
funny.
It looks
It's a
funny.
really
It
good
is.
show.
Okay, I'm
I'ma
gonna
check
watch
it out.
that.
Yeah, they got like maybe like 5 or 6 episodes. So yeah, you could kind of catch up.
Okay.
This is the news. Last season of Blackish, final season of Blackish. I have to say this. I'm a big Blackish fan. I love the show. I watched early on a little bit, and then I fell off, and then I actually did a whole
Fell off
like
from the
run through
jump.
of the show. Like I've watched every season up until the present one. I feel like they're kind of. You could just tell they're ready to go off the air. I had this
Oh, okay.
theory. This is my theory.
They're done.
Right or wrong.
Conspiracy.
Yeah.
But when a
conspiracy.
show is wrapping up, and you can kind of tell, like maybe they're like a little bit mailing it in, they rely on a lot of celebrity guest cameos, and Blackish is just having a bunch of cameos every episode, and I just think it's just not helping really the comedy that it used to
I'm
have.
waiting for my call.
Yeah.
So it's not bad, but I could just tell, okay, you guys are like ready to kind of end the show. Like
Yeah.
every other week is like 2-3 celebrities a week on the show, just like. They're trying to write funny scenes for them, but it's not like what we love Blackish for. But
Like,
hey,
like the stars
Yeah,
are like, hey man,
exactly.
you mind doing this scene for me? I don't feel like coming
I
to
feel
set.
like coming to
it's not on the ego shit.
Like,
They're
I'm
just
good.
like, hey, let's find a reason to have Dwight Howard in the episode. Like, why the fuck are we watching
Dwight
Dwight
Howard.
Howard? Like, you know what I mean?
Because he didn't.
Ed would say, shout out to Dwight Howard.
Yeah.
But it's just weird because
Get
like
his work
last
in.
night they had Dwight Howard, King Batch, and Stephen A. Smith on. And
Oh,
they
nice.
find
Okay.
and they find reasons to use
Okay.
these
That's
guests.
funny. Stephen A. Smith.
Right, but they're playing themselves, so it's like they're playing something else. But I
Yeah.
just can tell, like, it's just like what you really watch the show for. It's not really there anymore. Like everybody's just like a lot older. It's just different. Like I just think they're ready to move on. So, but this is great that they still got a final season. So still check out Blackish.
Okay.
You're gonna get a lot of celebrity cameos the rest of the season.
The rest of the season.
Expect
All right.
cameos
Let me
every
watch
episode.
the first episode then.
Okay.
There was this movie. Did I talk about this with Leonardo DiCaprio? His new movie called
Don't Look Up?
Don't Look Up.
I
That was
saw
really
that.
really
Okay, you
good.
watched
I
it?
saw that.
Okay.
Rob Morgan,
Got a nice
Leo
start.
DiCaprio. What's her name? Jennifer
Jennifer
Lawrence.
Lawrence is in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really
She has a
interesting.
pretty star power
Yeah, I
cast.
Maybe about-
started
It
it.
looks
I
like it
didn't
was
finish
good.
it.
Ed falls asleep
But-
every time we try to watch movies.
Well, with that
watch
one,
movies at
and
night.
I'm a big
Jennifer
Leo.
Lawrence. Oh.
Leo.
Leo.
I love
fan.
Leonardo
And
DiCaprio.
it did seem like he was embracing a new character completely. But
Absolutely,
I
yeah.
did fall asleep because it was. At one point, it
It's
did drag
slow.
for me, and maybe I was tired. I was a little tired.
It's slow, but it's a good movie.
Yeah, it's definitely slow.
So I recommend
Yeah,
that.
I'll have to check that out.
What else can I say to give a look? I would. Okay, this is a good bad show. It's entertaining, but it's not. I wouldn't say you would put this in high quality of content. But if you want to watch some messy funny shit, Queens on ABC actually is like somewhat entertaining.
Oh,
It's with
okay.
Brandy and Eve.
Yeah.
Now Remy Ma is a part of the show.
wow.
It's just about these rappers who had success in the 90s. They get together after like 20 years, and they're trying to like get back where the group left off and get back
Is
their
this supposed to be
glory.
like a spinoff from
Oh,
Star
okay.
or something?
It's
or-
not a
I'm
spin-off
gonna
of
watch
Stars.
But it's kind of like
its
in
own
that
show.
lane though.
They
Ish.
rap a lot. They sing. It's about music industry and
Yeah.
hip hop. Like I said, it's a little cheesy, but you
A little
know,
cheesy.
if
I
you
love
into it, if you into that kind of like
If you like
soapy
Star
stuff,
and Empire, I feel like it's
like
in
hip
that
hop soap
category.
opera,
Yeah.
you could watch Queens and you can kind of get into it.
Okay.
They have some cool cameos too. Jada Kiss has been on it. Cameron, Like I said, Remy
ain't
Ma
nobody
just
denying
joined
the
the cast.
bag.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, okay, yo,
Yeah.
yo,
That's
these guys
cool,
get their
that's
money.
funny.
You know, shout outs to them. Brandy,
shout out to Snoop.
believable rapper.
Right?
Yeah, I actually believe
But
like
Brandy-
Brandy can spit
Brandy-
bars. I mean, she's an artist, so she.
Brandy's
Yeah.
an artist. She can rap, sing, like.
Yeah, but I
she
never
can
heard
act.
Brandy rap until I watched Queens.
Yeah.
Like she's really rapping. Like she's
Oh,
trying to rap
okay.
on the show.
Into the. No, play.
That's not right.
I'm just like.
Moesha.
Oh, yeah.
Ain't trying to think any final recs.
I watched.
Oh, here we
Oh,
go.
yeah, you-
There's a new show out.
Yeah.
Life with the Ricardos with Nicole Kidman. I forget
It was
the,
good.
the actor who played
Was it good?
Desi Arnaz, her husband, but the Nicole
Oh,
Kidman and
yeah, I
the
know what
Ricardos
you're
based
talking
on
about.
Lucille Ball and her husband, and it's about a time when they were doing I Love Lucy, and it's fictionalized where it takes place all in a week, but it's basically shows you about how they broke ground with writing a storyline for the first time where a wife is going to be pregnant on a show because she was pregnant in
wow.
real life with their
Okay.
baby, and just how she was such a savant as far as how she ran the show with her comedic timing and also how good of a businessman her husband was, and how he implemented things and they really made history together with I Love Lucy.
yeah.
It was the biggest rated show for 6 seasons that it was on.
So it's actually
love
good.
that
It
show.
was it was number
Yeah,
1 4
that
out of the
show
6
was good.
seasons it was on, and they were the spear of everything. Like on the business sense, like they were renting it out at a studio that they owned.
Okay.
And they were the reason why sitcoms started using a live studio audience, because before they used to just have sitcoms with tape laugh track. They use that. They do that now, but
They just hit
for
the
the longest time,
buttons,
you usually depend on a studio live audience, and you can thank I Love Lucy because of that, because she
Oh,
wanted
wow.
real time reactions,
Gotcha.
and that became the thing of
So there was
just.
no laughter. It just wasn't funny.
So it was like, yeah.
I mean,
was all
basically,
quiet.
basically. So
It showed how they were like kind of discriminating
Yeah.
against like
against
a woman's
Desi,
voice.
Yeah,
I've been-
a woman's voice as well as Desi, because he was
He
a
was-
Cuban man.
Yeah.
and
I was thinking about getting into this. I'm
it's a
check
good,
it
really
out.
good
Yeah.
movie on
I
Amazon
was thinking
Prime.
about
You should check that out.
And did you cry during For Colored Girls when you watched the movie?
Y'all overhyped it. So every time something happened, I
He
was just
texts,
like,
he's like, I didn't cry. I didn't
Nigga,
cry.
I laughed when they dropped the
I
kids.
think- I think-
Oh,
Oh, you
come
wrong.
on.
He texted me
Yeah,
was like,
you can't
yo, I'm
overhype it to
crying.
me, because if you go like, you gonna do this, you gonna do this, I'm just gonna be like,
We
I ain't gonna
should've
do
told
it.
him,
You shouldn't have
oh,
done it that
Lord.
hard. You should have just been like, just
He all
watch.
holding back.
Nigga.
You gotta just watch it for me. You can't tell me, oh, you're gonna lose
Yeah.
it when this happens. So
You was like,
they bet I would cry at least 4 times.
Wasn't it
And
sad though?
yeah.
it was fucked up, but I kind
Yeah,
of laughed
I was gonna
because
say, it
I
was
was
a
like, yo,
fucked
this
up
nigga
movie.
really dropped the kids. I was like, damn. So I
What
kind of.
about
He
the
said,
Janet part?
damn.
When Ghost from Power gave Janet AIDS, I was just like,
You see, you was a little
Fuck-
cry.
fucked up.
It was fu- the whole movie
but
was
I
fucked up.
didn't
There was
get
no good that
emotional.
came of that.
Bro, the worst is the worst.
when she got raped by Raheem from Juice,
See what I'm saying, bro?
Raheem
I was like, oh, he
I'm
creepy.
mad at all his references though.
That was creepy.
Janet
though.
got raped. She go. Janet got AIDS from Ghost.
Ghost from
Oh,
Power.
yeah.
You said she got raped by Radio. Was it Raheem from Juice?
Yeah, by Raheem from Juice. And yeah, Michael Ealy was doing his best, angry, light-skinned dude, whatever. But it just kind of like, it's because it's
You were thinking about us when you were watching that movie. You weren't really watching
no,
the movie.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's
y'all
that.
overhyped
You were
it.
thinking about us.
He's like,
Yes.
I ain't cry
I was
yet.
texting
like,
because
oh,
y'all overhyped it. So
Yeah.
I was in my mind, my psyche already going in was like,
Come
there's
on,
nothing
man.
that can be that drastic that I cry. Like, what's the worst thing?
was-
And I was already like prepared. So if you're gonna try to catch me off guard, just watch and let it, because then it'll be a surprise
said
on
it.
my psyche.
Crazy.
I was ready for all of it. I'm trying to think
See?
who else went through some shit. Oh, Tessa Thompson with the
Yeah.
abortion with Macy Gray's creepy ass. Like,
Yeah.
that was just like, I was like,
Oh,
damn,
yeah,
I felt
with
bad for her.
with the plier.
Yeah, and Tandy Newton, on her in her whole bag, I felt bad, but it was just like, Whoopi Goldberg was kind of funny to me, like with her spirit and devil talk. Like, I didn't think that was like
Yeah.
teary-eyed to it. So
That was funny.
I think maybe I saw
I
it
think the
10
Michael
years too
Ealy
late.
scene
Like
kinda
if
got
I had
me.
watched
Yeah,
it
that
in the
was
theater,
it.
maybe I would have been more
That shit got
emotionally
Yeah.
compelled. But
We wouldn't have said nothing then.
I think y'all
Yeah.
overhyped it, man.
I ain't gonna lie,
That's what it was.
I ain't
I
gonna lie,
think you're
though,
also
what was funny-
desensitized to all the stuff
I'm a very
that came after.
desensitized
Yeah.
person
Yeah.
in
Nah,
general.
Nick, you gotta admit it was
Yeah.
funny when Janet was like, "So who you been sleeping with? You been sleeping with some woman?" He goes, "I ain't sleeping with no women."
Right.
That shit had me dying.
I ain't talking about
She said, "When
women.
you sleeping with
about
some men?"
women.
Then, Like,
Right. Talk about some men then, and then yeah, Janet.
I knew something was up because there was a scene like early on, like you
With
can see
that
the back
guy?
of his hair where he's getting in the car.
Ah, you're
Oh yeah, but
Yeah,
they
yeah.
didn't show who he's getting head
Car,
from,
yeah.
right? And then when
It's
he's
like
looking at the dude at the soap
Yeah.
opera,
Yeah.
like it was good performances for the
Some in
most
real
part.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the biggest Tyler Perry fan, but
I'm a fan of his plays. I like Tyler Perry, but
I've never seen a
Yeah.
play,
some-
but
some of
I
his stuff
respect.
goes off.
I will always say I will always respect what Tyler Perry has accomplished because
Right. Yeah.
it's unprecedented. You know,
Yeah,
from
I'm
plays,
a
Oh, yeah.
major
TV shows
fan
to
of his
film.
success.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know?
Made fans success, but
That's what
I cannot with good conscience say that I love everything Tyler Perry does. I will never
love
admit
everything
that.
he's done.
I
He's got
think
funny
there's
stuff,
about
but-
2 or 3 films that I fuck with. I would say like Why Did I Get Married was
Yeah.
cool to me.
Definitely not
That was a good one.
That was with Kathy Bates. Yeah, that was
that was
good.
good.
And Alfred Woodard did it. That was a decent one.
Acrimony.
Yeah. Oh, that
What was
good.
the one? What was his very first one? How to Be a Mad.
Medea?
That one was decent,
That
and
was a good
and the one that came after that with Lynn
After
Whitfield.
watching the play,
Yeah.
What's that one? Family Reunion. That was after.
but those are like the classic. Like those are the
Yeah.
classic. Like Diary of a Mad Black Woman and
Right.
Family Reunion were like his go-to plays.
Those are his early ones.
Like his
he,
plays,
he, wasn't
everybody
as
went to go
he wasn't as
watch.
busy.
Yeah.
I'm of the mindset sometimes, you know, as an artist, you can wear yourself thin, and I feel like
Right.
the Tyler Perry, who's claimed that he writes every little thing that he does, and
Which
he
is
doesn't have
crazy.
any writers. I
Because you only
can't.
got one perspective, which
Yes,
you may be talented, but it's
Maybe.
like you need other perspectives. Yeah.
I just think you need writers at some point. So
Yeah.
whether he's right, but he's still like, you know, he's accomplished a lot. He got his own studio. I think
was
that's
done a lot.
studio.
You know, he's done a lot for the culture. I enjoyed For Color Girls. I actually wasn't like mad watching it. Like I didn't feel like it was cringy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I was watching another one of his movies, Meet the Browns, and then there was like a scene where like I think was it Angela Bassett even. I was like, you know, shout out to her because he gave her a lead part, but she was just like, if you know something about black people, we always gonna find a way. And I was just like, oh God, like
Cliche.
I can't.
Cliche
Cliche,
statement.
We gotta
Yeah.
find a way. Oh God, here we go.
It was too like a lot of his stuff is like redundant. So, like,
It's a
what we're
little
already used
redundant,
to. Yeah.
but yeah, but
this is
For
what
Color
black
Girls
people
was cool.
do. This is
It
how
was
we gonna
based
show
on a-
what black people do. Like
based on a play and the poetry, like
Yeah.
you know, I thought that was cool how he adapted it, and you know, I did feel something. I just didn't cry. And I'm a crier. I'm a
Shouldn't have
self-known
said- we
crier.
should've said
Y'all
nothing.
should
Yeah.
have said.
I'm
Just
not a
wait,
big
just
crier.
watch it.
Sometimes
I
it
was like,
really
you
hit
gonna
me,
cry.
but yeah.
Yeah. Should just but yeah, it was entertaining.
good.
I didn't mean to laugh when Michael Keeley dropped the babies
I
on the
can't believe you said that.
I
but-
watched that
can't
movie by
believe you said
myself,
that.
so when I was watching that scene, it was like different for me. It's like, no, that nigga, no, he ain't about to.
Yeah.
He ain't about to like.
Yeah.
Nah, he really.
That's how, yeah.
You love me. I thought that was a little too extra, so I couldn't get into like why he was mad at Kimberly Leach, like she's trying to better herself. Why you
Yeah.
taking it out on the kids? You know, Felicia Rashad, I thought she had a great performance in that too.
Which is how usually does her thing.
Yeah. So, but those are
Oh,
my
yeah, she was
recs.
good.
Watch the Ricardos, Amazon Prime. Get into Abbott Elementary on ABC.
Okay.
I had a third.
Did you watch,
Yeah.
What was
by
the
any
third
chance,
one?
did you guys watch Archives 81?
No.
No,
Oh,
you
it's
guys
new.
haven't seen
It's on
that?
Netflix.
Sci-fi?
You didn't tell me about it.
Shit.
Is it good?
Alien shit.
Is it good?
Let me just say, it scared the shit out of me.
Okay,
The
I'm gonna check it out.
song and everything. And then Simone, I hit her up and I said, hey, did you watch it? And she was like, I accidentally fell asleep with her earbuds, so that song stayed in
Oh,
her.
hell no.
And she was like, I can't watch it. She was, I made it through 2 episodes and I'm done. But it was really good how they
Is it
did
good?
it, how they wrote it, how they did it.
Anybody,
What's it on?
It's on
Netflix.
Netflix.
Archive.
Yeah.
It's like in the top 10
Arcade
right now. So
81.
it's like
It's
number
a-
one behind
it's a,
Ozark. Has anybody watched Ozark?
Season.
I haven't watched
it's a
Ozark
TV
yet,
show.
so I'll
At
try.
all?
Yeah.
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 Let's
Like
save.
Night Nuts.
Let's
save
save,
it for next week.
Ozark, yeah, because
I'm
I
gonna try
gotta
to binge it this
watch
week.
it
All
next
4
week.
seasons?
Yeah, I gotta
No,
watch the
I
final.
haven't watched season 4 yet.
I haven't
Okay,
watched
yeah.
it. Yeah, so we'll
Yeah.
save
Next
it for
week. We'll
next
save
week.
Ozark
Yeah,
for
Next week, yeah, because
Yeah.
Let's get into
I
Ozark
started
next
on.
week.
I'm on the second episode. So
yeah, that's gonna be
Ozark is
good.
beast. Jason Bateman be killing it.
Yeah.
My favorite character in the whole show is Ruth, though. But anyway,
Oh yeah.
I love.
I don't
Ruth.
know, Marty. I don't fucking know.
She's a savage, and then
Fuck nugget.
I love Ruth. Yeah, that's what she be
said on
saying.
the
She's
show. I
like,
never heard that
"You're a
until
fuck
I watched
nugget,"
Ruth.
with that country ass accent.
Shout outs to homegirl from.
I forgot her name, but her name Ruth in the
Ruth
show.
is killing it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. You watch Ozark?
Did
too,
you have
right?
something?
No, I haven't.
Okay, never mind then.
Good rec.
Cool, cool.
Yeah, I'll
Well,
4
I will
seasons
say-
you can catch up on.
on that note, you've heard everybody in the room. Let's go ahead and go around the room. Everybody give the names. Tell people what you got going, what you're doing, and where they can find you.
It's Off Cam Ed. You can find me on Instagram. That's Off Cam Ed.
Hey, did you like
He
the
stays off
picture?
cam.
Yeah, I did. I like
Is
this.
that why you were laughing?
Everyone keeps asking in the chat room, who's the dude talking off
my
the
cousin.
I had to explain.
His cousin. They just funny family.
Off cam Ed.
Very always interesting.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's funny.
That is too funny. The picture.
You're
No, he
interesting.
texted
No,
me
what
that. He
you
was
said,
like,
you're interesting.
it was so funny.
I know what you mean, but I'm just saying it's just funny because that could go so many ways. like,
Not in a good way.
like how you say like, oh, you're interesting versus you interesting.
No, I'll take interest.
Or
Yeah.
Yeah, the fans like you just being off cam, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
they love off cam.
But I like the little picture. That's why
Yeah.
it was even
the
funnier.
little silhouette.
Yeah, on it.
else we
What
got?
up? Y'all can reach A-Dot at A-Dot Laughs and working on a few projects. So I'll let you guys know soon.
Let's get to it. Get to the
Yes.
bag.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Comedian Nick Alexander here. You guys can follow me on all things social media at Nick of Comedy. Nick of Comedy, NICKOF Comedy, one word. Selfless promo. This is actually not about me. This is about my lady. She is hosting the Curvy Black and Proud Day Party
I'm gonna be there.
this Saturday in
Yes.
West Hollywood. Address is 1330 Santa Monica Boulevard, off the corner of Santa Monica and Corinth Avenue.
By the crib.
Corinth Avenue. For tables, bottle service, hit up 1djskeg.com. Once again, 1djskeg.com to get a ticket. There's
for
her and a
tables and
bunch of
bottle
other, beautiful curvy sisters. They'll be hosting, and probably gonna be liquor and maybe
Yeah.
some brunch vibes. So that starts
Gotcha.
at doors open at 1 p.m. And we're gonna be turning
Do
up.
you do you have the
Yeah.
do you have the layaway link for the bottle service?
I don't have
The layaway link. No, you didn't. I
layaway
was
link for
like,
bottle service. Niggas paying off bottle service.
I know.
Hey man, I should
mean,
have
for
this
the
done by the end of the
layaway?
month.
So yeah, so shout outs to Summer.
Shout out to Summer.
Yes, Summer.
Hit
Do your
up
thing.
at Summer Wayans if you guys want to reach her directly.
Yes.
And bother her
Hit her
page.
up.
Bother her page. Yep, and then I'm jumping on. It's your boy William Basham. You can find me on everything, or I can't say everything because it's that one. Instagram is at It's William Basham. And then TikTok is also at William Basham. As you guys see, I've been posting content lately, having some fun. I'm just shooting stuff, enjoying myself. Got some projects. I had a commercial recently come out that everybody keeps hitting me up about.
Yes.
So everybody hit me, and I will be
Yes,
having
that
another
was
one will be
good.
coming out. I will be doing a
Yes.
film this weekend, actually. And so I'm just, getting some stuff going.
Racking
So,
up that
Okay.
IMDb credit.
man, get in where I fit in. You know what I'm saying? That's the name of the
That's what's
game.
up, brother.
But yeah, you could. It's William Basham on almost everything. But if you check any of my fitness pages for any boxing, fitness, dietary tips that I can provide, William Basham Fitness. So yeah,
Yes.
on all platforms.
Thank you.
And make sure you guys follow
Yes.
at No Name Podcast.
At
More
No
than-
Name.
Yes.
How
No
did I
Name
forget that?
_podcast.
Underscore.
And also
No
Roll
Name
Out
Podcast.
Digital.
And
Roll Out
Digital
Studios.
Roll Out
is the-
Digital, yes.
Is the host. So
The host.
Yes.
So if you don't follow them, you could lose us. Right?
Yeah. Subscribe.
And
subscribe.
leave a comment of the worst whoopings you got as growing up as kids.
Yeah, we need to know that. We talked about that earlier
we
in
need
the
to hear
show.
these. We need to hear about
Right.
these. Yes.
We be
I need
reading
to
the
whip the
comments.
stories.
Yes.
And I'm gonna personally look at this one. Let me know if you guys think Black Mike would have made it further than White Mike. I really want to know. I'm
Yes.
gonna poll that. Black Mike versus White Mike. I'm gonna poll that.
He wouldn't.
I'm not betting no
That's
against
funny.
Jerry Curl Black Mike.
Right. He made Thriller. What did Dave Chappelle say? He made Thriller. Right.
That's funny. Thriller.
All right. Yep. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. So
Oh,
we.
yeah.
I was about to say what's going on here.
What's
So
that?
anyways, yeah. So we are the No Name Podcast, where no name can describe this greatness, and we are out.
Peace.
Peace, y'all. Peace, yay.